Hello, everyone. That's actually audio visuals, or just audio. Who knows? But yeah, hello. No, it's not real at all. It's totally fake. We're in a simulation, guys. Welcome to the Matrix. I mean, hey, a podcast is meant to just go off rails immediately and just become whatever the hell you want it to. And right now, I think we're doing an excellent start. Absolutely. Let's just start off with like, we're in a simulation. Now, should I take the blue pill or the red pill? Yeah. In reality, though, I don't. I've actually never seen Matrix. None of them. Or maybe kids, you should just don't take any pills from strangers. Just some random guy off the street, like, would you like a blue pill or a red pill? Just be like, I'll take neither, thank you. See you later. Don't need to listen to the crap. Yeah. I'm gonna check audio, which means, well, once I get to it, I won't be able to hear you in particular, but you can keep talking. So, no, we're not doing that. No, no, we're not exercising demons. Well, we can get back to that soon. Just not today. I'm not your mom. Okay. Also, hold on a sec. Gonna plug in here and see how our audio's doing. Okay. Turn the music down a little bit. I don't know if you're talking at all because I obviously can't hear you, but if you are, just check because I don't know yet. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, now I can probably, but yeah, now I can hear you just fine because I was making sure audio was good. It's good because I've changed up my audio to where it's louder, but I barely messed with the desktop audio, so I don't really know if you were on par. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, because apparently that's very necessary, especially for us who the computers we're using is especially. It's the only one he has. Mine, the one I use for streaming, don't have dedicated GPUs. So, don't have the big ones. We have the ones that are inside the actual motherboard. So, yeah, basically means it won't be as good. Good for you. Want a medal? Can you get that? That's a thought. So here's the thing that we actually haven't done at all yet. There actually is only one topic that is like somewhat new, I guess, but it's like the only topic on the topics list, and there's nothing else because for one, we didn't really try, not at all. We didn't really try to, and yeah, it's just no point. I mean, here lately we're literally just talking about whatever, so why have a topics list when you can just talk about stuff, in a way, I kind of just want. In a way, what I kind of envisioned when it came to this channel was not to be some news thing like, oh, hey, this happened, this happened out in the world, or people did this, so it's stupid. We can still talk about that, but what I kind of envision for the podcast is basically just a couple of nerds nerding out about stupid stuff that we like. That's it. We just talk about crap, and that's how it goes. Yeah, not to become an info podcast. Trash podcast, it still be that, but we just like have it in our thoughts. Like we're not trying to be a scripted podcast because that's kind of what doing these topics are, is scripting it a little bit. I kind of want it to be freeform. So at some point, we might just ditch topics altogether and just go off of whatever's happening that we know. If we don't remember it, then okay, we don't remember it. Oh well, sucks for us. Is this really the Matrix? We're forgetting things. Does that mean that our memories are being erased? We're getting erased? What is this? Where's Thanos in the gauntlet? Did the snap happen? Hmm. Lost 5 years of time in the blip. Thinking is not good for your health. Okay. That is all I need to hear. I will stop thinking for the rest of my life. I will just constantly go instinct because that is the best option. But you said we don't think. How can I think about something if you just said don't think? Eh? But you said not to think about it, but don't think. Now you're just contradicting yourself. My God. In a way, I kind of want our own like type of music. In a way, I mean, okay, for me, I'm using synthwave music, which is copyright free, so it's all royalty free music. But I kind of want something different in a sense. I mean, I can't hear the music right now. I could output it to where I could hear it, but I don't need to. But it's just the point that I don't know if this music really fits in the end, or if music is really necessary. At the moment, it's necessary because sometimes we just trail off and kind of seems boring just hearing voices and nothing else. It's kind of my thought. Yes, I hear voices. I must exercise them. Get the manual. Get the book of rituals. We must begin. Time to move candles into spaces and freaking mess with rotating runes and constellations that fly out in front of me and spinning zodiacs. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely point that out. We are a few days late here. The first one being that I basically thought he was asleep the most time, and he kind of wasn't. We just never really said it. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's what that one was. You basically got a stomach ache, so we skipped it. All right. Yeah, and that took forever for them to leave. They left at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I was like, I don't want to do a freaking like start the podcast here at 2 in the morning. Like that is really annoying. It was basically 2 in the morning, so I'm like, I don't want to have to start it right here at 2. It's very annoying. And yesterday was gonna do it. Yeah, was gonna do it, but neither one of us was basically talking at that point. I'm like, and me, I'm terrible at starting conversations. I've always been that way. But it's just like, yeah, he was waiting for me. I was waiting for him. It just started like that. And I'm like, well, yes, conversation is a two-way street, but it's like, so instead, I just sat there and binged 2 whole shows, which were only 6 episodes each. So it's basically almost one of my usual. Well, I was saying, okay, the second show isn't as bad. Like, it's Okay, the show I'm referencing is FLCL, which is actually pronounced Fooly Cooley, apparently. That's how you pronounce it, but I just say FLCL. But anyway, that show, the first one of it was made in 2000, I think, and the dub of it was like really weird enough, and I'm pretty sure the sub was still the same way because obviously it's just really goofy and weird. I'm like, I can't tell which is more crazy, this or the way Kill la Kill goes, and it's like crazy moments. Like I said, it's like Mako times 10 or time like turn all the way up to 11, but worse. Like it's just weird. And I'm like, it did get enjoyable later in the show. Like the first few episodes, just like, why am I watching this? And then I'm like, it's good. And then the next couple, hmm, yeah, and then it gets good. And now I'm on the third like season of the show, which it's like three different shows, like they're named differently, but it's like it's technically the third season. I'm on it now, and I'm like, okay, yeah, these two are fine. Two and three, they're good because they came out last year. They both came out like days apart, apparently, or times apart. I don't know what it was. Regardless, that's a thing. Did it? Um, yeah. So basically, I was watching that. Yeah, you've been watching Arrow non. I mean, hey, I mean, it is a good show, but yeah. Without spoiling anything, how did you actually feel about season four? Because a lot of people thought that was the weakest of seasons. That's the magic stuff. Yeah, yeah. So without spoiling anything, just that's how a lot of people felt. In a way, it's just filler because it's just like, I mean, there's only one important. Yeah, I mean, season four, kind of, but kind of yeah. I mean, season four, it just kind of seems like there's only one important event, which again, I'm not going to spoil anything right now. I mean, yeah, I do have a spoiler warning thing on, but or I don't have it on, but I mean, I have that little scene, whatever that source, but I'm not turning it on because I'm just gonna avoid that. But I'm just saying, there's one important event in that part, but it's like whatever, not really late season, near late. So there's like one important event. The rest really isn't that important. There's some things that are, but it's like, eh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of thing. They kind of run out of ideas in a lot of shows. Like a lot of shows, they just start running out of ideas. They just throw things against the wall. At this rate, I'm pretty sure it's like one of those, like this writers are blindfolded in the conference room or something. They like throw a dart at the wall and it and like lift up. It's like, okay, what it land on? Okay, we're doing that next season. Got it. Cool. That's our plot. Like I'm pretty sure that's how it works at this rate. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of sucks. What I think kind of sucks is how season eight's gonna be. In a sense, like the only thing I want to say about that is that there's only gonna be like 8 episodes in season eight, and it's finished. The whole show will be finished at that rate. Yeah, there's nothing else to do in that show. They're replacing it with Batwoman. Of Arrow? There's seven right now. I think there's more than that. Pretty sure they have up to like. I'm pretty sure they have it fully because they probably not in. Yeah, you probably have to wait an extra year or something. But for us, like they update it every time the season's over. So every time the full season out, maybe a week or two after that, or a month, then they pushed that whole season out to Netflix. So, Supergirl also. Yeah. Somewhat. I mean, they're okay. When it comes to the first one, no, the first crossover, you don't need to watch the other show to get it. The second crossover, yes, you have to watch Flash in order to get what's going on. Uh, third one, no, no. The first one is no. No, the first one is Vandal. No, I'm yeah, the first one's Vandal. No. No, okay, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about that, I was like, wait, no, no. That second. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it. The first one was just it wasn't him just going Star City. That was also him. It was also had the Arrow team going to Central City too, but that was the first one. Second one was Vandal. Third was Aliens. But I'm not gonna say what's the rest. But I mean, technically, you have a couple of people from the Legends one and the Vandal one, but regardless, yeah, all that stuff go on. But I don't know. I still think it's kind of a good thing, but then again, it's because I watch all the shows except for Supergirl. I don't watch that. I watched a couple seasons of it. No, not even close. I just watched the first two seasons, and after that, I just kind of got bored with it. I'm like, nah. I mean, I don't really feel like watching the rest of it. I'll watch the other stuff. Yeah, Smallville was great. It really sucks that it's that many seasons though, because I do want to rewatch it, but it's like over 200 episodes. I'm like, I don't want to have to go through that. Uh, I mean, the thing is, I've watched like different episodes from the various seasons, but I didn't like get into it until like way later in the show, and then I got like really into it where I wanted to see all the shows that came out week or all the episodes that came out weekly. So I didn't start getting into the show until like way later, but I still saw parts of it. I haven't seen all of the episodes, so I do want to go back and do that. But it's a lot of episodes, so I don't want to go through it. Well, the greatest live action. Flash is in it. Actually, almost every DC character was in it. Yeah, except it was a different one. Batman was not in it. But okay, we had Cyborg was in it. Brainiac was in it. Flash was in it, but it was Bart Allen, not Barry. Or no, I think it was Wally. There's either Bart or Wally. I don't know which one. But the point is, it was another one. Uh, Canary was in it. Yeah, I think she was. There's a few other people. The Legion of Superheroes were in it. There's a lot of people. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. A few more people, but basically just a lot of the DC people were in that show, which was great. I am hoping, in a sense, that when the new crossover comes out for the CW stuff, because they are bringing back the Smallville Superman, that guy Tom Welling, they are bringing him back to be Superman in it, and that is going to be great. They're also going to make Brandon Routh be Superman as well. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna have three Supermans right there. That's gonna be cool. And they're also people were wondering, are they gonna have the Green Arrow from Smallville be in that? And like two Green Arrows, that'd be cool. Two very much differently. No, well, yeah, it's kind of like the alternate Earths. Like that's the point of it. It's Crisis on Infinite Earths is the name of the crossover. So it's like a bunch of different Earths coming together to have like this huge crisis. I don't remember his name, but I mean, they just like they're so much different in their personality and everything. So like it'd be kind of cool to see those two clash. Yeah. Well, he is trained. He's trained in like what's it? One, two, three, four people, maybe five. Like so many trained, so many freaking people who trained him. Well, yeah, but it's still training. At least they tried training, but he just like wasn't natural at getting into it in the beginning. Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah, definitely five too. Yeah, because whatever. Amanda Waller, a little bit of training, more of torture training, but yeah, yeah. That's in a spoiler territory. Point is, you haven't seen any of the CW shows. Go check out those on Netflix if you have it. You know, you go do that. It's cool. Me, I recommend all of them. Him, he just recommends Arrow because somebody hates time travel. I think it's fine. I don't see any points in it that's wrong with it, but whatever. I mean, I can get. I mean, there's not really much. All I gotta say is that it is kind of annoying when it's a cop out. That's when I don't like time travel is when they use it as a cop out. So it's like, oh hey, this bad thing happened. I'm just gonna reverse it. Like that's when it becomes stupid, and that does happen a couple times in the shows that involve it, but twice I think. I think it's happened at the time. I think it happened after season 5. I don't know yet, but I don't remember. But point is just that when it is a cop out, it does get kind of annoying. But at the same time travel is kind of an interesting flow to go for, especially when you have a show like again, say Flash. It's kind of fully integrated in that. You can't just have the same old thing going that way. You need him to go to different places, different stuff. It makes sense. And Legends, the whole point of the show is time travel, and they do goofy shenanigans all through time. Like you could literally have, I don't know. Okay, I'll go and spoil one little funny thing that happens is that one of the characters does it with like the Queen of England or something, and that or like when she was like way younger. So I don't know if that's what happened, but yeah, it's basically that's like one point that happened. So that's funny. So like just like crazy shenanigans that happen all throughout time is basically the point of that show. I mean, yeah, they do have a point in each season, like some big villain thing or villains, but they still do shenanigans, so it's funny. But that's just that show. but yeah, again, what's all that? Mm-hmm. He made a lot of sense. Yeah, I need to throw this on then since you're wanting to get into this. Yeah, you might want to not go too into the spoilers. Don't go too into it. Yeah, but some people haven't watched it yet. Some people haven't watched it. You just started like a month ago or two, so don't go off. Well, I know, but I mean, like recently. I'm saying like you recently got back into it to watch because I'm pretty sure before you wouldn't be able to recollect everything fully. Well, I know, but I'm saying I'm saying before you started rewatching it, you probably wouldn't be able to understand a few things. Or someone was to say like, just say like, oh hey, explain this scene. You'd be like, I don't know, it's been a bit. So that'd be the case. Anyway, that's the thing. Yeah. Uh, huh. Trying to think what else we can cover. Oh yeah, by the way, I also got a follow. Follow me. M Lisa underscore V. Thank you for the follow. Poor soul. Poor soul. If it came here for constant content, be a little bit uh okay, be a little bit surprised that it's probably not gonna happen that way. But at the same time, I am trying to get a little bit more active to it. So not every day, but I want to try at least maybe 2 to 3 times a week at the very least, but still do more if I can. So I want to try to that stream wise. Video wise, it's kind of hard these days, especially because I'm low on space on my computer. That's my main issue. I'm low on my space, so some of the bigger edits, that's going to take a while because I don't have enough space to actually edit it. And then there are the videos where I don't have enough space to export the edited footage. So for that case, hard to make a YouTube video. Kind of, yeah, yeah. I mean, at least I'm trying. That's the possibility. Trying, trying. That's the big note here. That's when it comes to the title, but always. Hmm. We can talk about another thing, but I forgot what it was. Hmm? Yeah, yeah, that's your title now. Mine, I actually just forgot what mine was. Pretty sure titles are for losers. Yeah, I mean, why not? Mainly, we have a title each time, but it's kind of scarce now because, again, usually we have like topics or something. I don't have that. Clickbait it, yeah. Make clickbait titles the best. Yeah, literally, there's only one topic on the list that we made, but now we're just trying to ditch the topic list because, again, don't want to be scripted. Yeah, bad idea. Yeah. Hey, I still play the games. I just don't beat the games. I have not played Layers of Fear 2 at all. I don't have it. I don't have it. I tried requesting a press copy and I never got one for many good reasons because I'm not able to finish. I mean, some of that stuff is mainly because of, burnout. That's main that's the main reason for a lot of this stuff not getting finished is because I get burnt out on a lot of it. And some of the stuff I'm trying to make into a full series, one of which I'm waiting on somebody to be around because they're one of the people who wanted to watch me stream it. So I'm waiting on them before I continue. And that's another game as well. And then with say Sonic Heroes, like I'm trying to continue like the Sonic 3D games. Mainly I'm just trying to go for that and do what I can, but the game's a little irritating sometimes. So I'm trying to push that out of my mind to not get burnt out. Like I'm trying to continue it but not get burnt out at the same time. So then when it comes to recently I'm doing like the Halo legendary, like, hardest difficulty playthrough. That's annoying because I got the last time I played that, I got stuck in one room where like 60 people come in with a sword, constantly spawning and killing me and everybody, and it resets to the beginning of the encounter every time I die. So very annoying. So it's like trying not to get so annoyed where I get burnt out. it's pretty hard to manage burnout. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of rough when it comes to it, which is one of the reasons why I don't think I could be a full time streamer or YouTuber. I just don't think I could do that. I mean, it's kind of easier with that. Yeah, I mean, streaming is mostly easy most of the time because you can kind of treat streaming as you're just it's a casual playing. Like you're just casually playing it. Say you just got the game, you're just playing it normally. That's just basically it. But you, of course, you have to talk and interact a little bit, which isn't difficult. Just someone's there. Oh, hey, what's up? Talking, or just narrate yourself a little bit. But I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. Kind of goes hand in hand. Depression, burnout, pretty hand in. That also goes hand in hand. You want to try to find something to boost up your own morale. Streaming's a good way, especially if you have some folks who join in, even if it's only like one or two. Like one or two people join in just to talk. Like, yeah, this is fun. Mm-hmm. I don't really do it anymore. I used to be that way, but these days I'm like, I don't really do that when it comes to. I mean, before it was like I did it mostly because it's like I'd like to have some type of views in a way, or it's like that. But these days I turn off the view counter, and I don't even know how many people are in there. I just act like there's always somebody lurking, no matter what. I just act like somebody's lurking, even if no one's there. Just somebody's lurking, so I stream for whoever's not. So it's whatever. Yeah, I mean that's another thing. If you're that's one thing I do like. I mean, it's kind of how I kind of sit with like getting full time streamers and YouTubers. I kind of look at some of their channels in a sense. Like I want to name drop two of them, for example. So first name drop be Game Grumps. Basically, with their dynamic, it's always two people playing a game. It's always Dan and Aaron playing the games, and that's the duo. And they kind of bounce ideas off of each other. Like say me and you, if we're talking in a game or something like that, where we can always bounce ideas or like bounce off jokes and everything. It's more fun that way. But then you have somebody with again second name drop Jacksepticeye, which lately he's been playing with a few other people. But I'm saying when he does it by himself, in a way I kind of can do that, but I don't because it's like it's harder to do it by yourself because you're kind of just talking with yourself, and if nobody's in chat at the moment, you kind of have to come up with your own things to say. So it's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, it starts getting a little bit rough. So sometimes you can just sit there and not talk for like 5 minutes straight, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm streaming. I should probably talk." Yeah, just like get in the middle, like in the mood of a game, like super focused, and then I just like look down at chat and like, I should probably start talking soon. Yeah, it's kind of a rough life when it comes to it. I mean, for you, you have an overlay on your streams. I mean, when you're playing on PS4 and everything, you have your overlay, so you kind of just have to. I mean, sometimes you obviously you're not going to see in the corner of your eye, but you just basically look up like, oh yeah, stream. Don't see how because the PS4 thing has it where it shows you how many chats you have, and you have a constant chat overlay on the right side if you keep it on. That's mostly why I have blacklisted words. I have it for, if it's said, it immediately deletes. And yeah, there's that single frame where it says it. So I kind of have like each platform has their own word, so it would just show up as asterisks or something. Also, links do that too. So no worries on that one. Well, it depends on the link. Most of the time, people don't go to crap links, but back in the day, you used to always get like adware sites or like bad sites that would always screw you out of your money. Like say like, oh hey, this is a say someone's like, oh I wish I had this game. It's like, oh hey, here's a good discount link. It's like, oh cool, and it looks legit and everything. You buy it, it's like, nope, you just got screwed out of your own money. Like, I want that in my. Plus, I don't want self promotion. I mean, I'm for it in my server, in my Discord server, because I actually have a channel dedicated to it, like and other promotions. So, like, if you want to promote yourself, do it in that channel. If there's some YouTuber or streamer you like, promote them in there. Be like, hey, show off in there. There you go, good place. But in my Twitch, in my streams and everything, that's kind of like saying like if someone wants to come into my stream and be and like start talking and then be like, oh hey, I want to go stream. Here's my link. Everybody wants to come over there, come watch. Like, so basically, you're just trying to leech off my viewers. Is that it? Like that, I don't like. No, I would hate that. But if you go to my server and then do the same thing in there in the promotion channel, all yours. Go ahead. Go ahead and be like, oh hey, I have this stream. I'm going to go do that. Cool, go do it. You're more than allowed, but not in my stream chat. I mean, I try not to. I try not to stream whenever you are, mostly because at the same time I host you or I auto host you. So I kind of want my, people from my channel to go to you at the same time. So yeah, I don't know if you're higher on my list. It's either you're higher or a friend of mine is higher. I don't know which, but it will switch if you're higher. It switches over. It goes by priority. Not set to priority, so I don't know. It's kind of that way because I don't really know. It's just the way it is, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't edited mine in a while. Yeah, yeah. Most of the time though, it's once ever me and you together yet. But when it comes to, like people who stream on my list of auto hosts, in a way, it's kind of like what. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, you do stream like maybe twice a day sometimes, maybe 3 times a day. Never know knowing you, but you do that, and like my other friend basically is starting to get back into streaming because he did it like almost every day before. Then he took like a year or two of a break, like going through some stuff and everything. Went and done that, and now he's come back and he's doing all this other stuff, and good for him and everything. But I feel like he's like doing streams almost every day, so it's like I don't know if I can actually keep up with these streams. And sometimes he plays a game like I can't even do that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, what you can do is just open up on the channel, then mute the tab of it, and then just go somewhere else, and then I'll get the view, and you don't have to get any spoils. Also, yeah. Another thing. By the way, see you later, Lissa. Good night and good luck on the class of stuff you have. See ya. I was trying to say that the entire time when you were talking about that. I'm like, well, I don't know if they left already, but if not, then have a good night. Good luck and everything. I'm trying to be a little bit more active with the chat now that I've actually put the overlay on there because, in a way, I want it to be a thing. It's just that most of the time when there is a podcast that I do watch, they do have a chat that they do pay attention to, but there's so many people that usually are talking in there that they can't really say too much of it. So, in a way, I'm gonna be more active in chat when it comes to it, but I don't need to. Where? What? I I don't know if we want to scroll up because there's a lot of stuff now that the group was pretty active today. Oh, the DeFranco, yeah, I saw that. All right, so I didn't watch it obviously, and then the siege, and yeah, that. I don't know. People are weird. We probably, by the way, the name of the video is saying "Hey guys" is now a microaggression, and the thumbnail says "Don't say hey guys," and apparently the person doesn't care. So apparently it's like, oh, the person saying it's like, oh, I don't care if you say it, but it's kind of offensive. Like, do you care or not? Like, if you don't care, then why are you bringing it up? No attention, probably. Yeah, that they do. I mean, I get some stuff, I guess, but other stuff, it's like, dude, there's no point in you getting offended about this. Yeah, that's what they mostly used to do. Most of the time, people say that now it's like, oh, you're gay. It's like, yeah, and it's like, okay. The person just like walks away, like, oh, okay. Like my joking thing's gone away. I mean, a lot of people come out to be, so it's like, yeah, yeah. So whatever, man. I mean, a lot of people still say it to act like, they say like, oh, hey, they say that, and it just means stupid. Like they use the word to say stupid. Like, okay. I don't even know if it's basically become a derogatory at this rate, because obviously there's the other word, which I'm not going to say because I don't feel like having Twitch, you know, shove their whatever you call it, the freaking TOS down my throat. Oh, they care about everything. You could say one word and you're out. Not the word you're thinking of, the one word that will do it. That makes sense. Everything else, you can say other word. Nah, you're out. A bundle of love, which is one of the six. Don't say that. Feel bad for the Brits. I don't feel like many people use that like that anymore. I mean, hey, in both Australia and and UK mostly, I'm not gonna say the word again because I don't feel like Twitch shoving their TOS down my throat. Uh, the one that starts with a C. Pretty sure everyone knows what I mean. But it's just like, yeah, it's just I'm not going. That's what you can't say on YouTube. It's instant demonetized. But that's right. I mean, okay, if you can't say the F word, if you can't say the F word on Twitch, like the actual F word, then you've already screwed yourself over because you've already said it. Which amount the derogatory? F bomb. F bomb. You've already done that. You've already done that. So that's the that cannot be said on YouTube. Apparently, there was a time when they were monitoring Super Mario Maker 2 videos for people to say the F word in the first like 2 minutes of the video, and if they did say it, they would demonetize. But afterwards, they didn't check. They didn't check for the rest of the video. You could swear all you like, but you couldn't swear in the first 2 minutes of the video. Like it's like it is, I think it was 2 minutes, but it's like you. It's a ragey game. You're gonna start swearing like a bunch. It's a ragey game. You're gonna do it for a lot of people. I mean, obviously, because they make Mario Maker 2 levels like insanely crazy. Or the first one, either way. Okay, what? Yeah, it's not too hard. Yeah. You know, I isn't it like LG well hold on LGBTIA plus now or LGBTQI? Yeah, but now they have like a different. Yeah, but now they've added like IA to it now. So I've seen like people put IA within that. Like I don't know what that actually is. Well, actually, no, I don't know what I is in this case, but I do know what A is. And then like non-binary. I mean, that's another thing too. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, me, I don't really care. I don't really care when it comes to the topic stuff because at the same time, it's like, you do what you do. You like what you like. the bot is the worst. That's one thing I kind of hate. It's YouTube. It's Google. You can have millions of employees. You can literally hire employees just to be moderators, which basically, you know what their job could be? Is literally go into a random YouTube stream or video, just like skim through, see how the streamer is, and if there's like a chat or not really comments, they don't really just like report a comment. That's that. But in a chat, the chat is the streamer's responsibility always for some stupid reason. I'm responsible for a freaking inappropriate child coming into my stream who decides to say the F word like 6 times. Like, okay. But it's the point that yeah, I'm responsible for that. So basically, they would have to come in and just check that and be like, okay, he's good, no problem. Or if there was somebody, they'd be like, okay, that's a problem. Gonna have to, you know, do something to the streamer. Especially with copyrights, bots are the worst. You can literally upload a video and boom, instant copyright. I think I've literally got. I mean, that happened around when the demonetization stuff started. That's when I started getting copyrights on a lot more things. I still find it really annoying about that one time when my video got blocked. Or no, no, when I got a community guideline strike because somebody put, or a bunch of people said it was misleading content. I'm very sure that's what it was because I told them like this is how you do it, and they're like, "Oh, this doesn't work. This stuff doesn't work." I had so many comments saying it doesn't work, and they just put. I guess they reported for misleading content, and I got a CG strike for it. I'm like, did did you not see the video? I did it, and I show all of it right there. The only editing that there was between recording my desktop and putting my camera over the 3ds because it was a 3ds tutorial. But I'm like, just, it works. Stop being dumb. And I even said in the video, custom firmware only. So obviously, it can't just get a fresh one out of the store and do this tutorial. And no, they're like, oh, does it work? Like, well, you probably don't have it then. Job. Thank you for putting misleading content so much, giving me a CG strike, and banning me from YouTube streaming for 3 months. You were the best, I think. But yeah, I was banned. I was banned from streaming on YouTube for 3 months because of that. And then it went away, and the CG strike expired, so I don't have that on my account anymore. It's not even on my record. Like it disappears from your record after 90 days. So 90 days that disappeared, and my live streaming came back. And at that point, I was like, you know what, YouTube, you guys are just a pile of pure shit. I don't like you. And I'm talking about the people watching on YouTube. You're great. YouTube themselves, you're trash. Okay, there are some toxic people. I don't deal with toxicity here. Get out. Any toxic deals you're going for, get out of here. But there's a lot of nice people that come in like YouTube Wise or Twitch, Mixer, whatever. A lot of nice people. You stay, you're awesome. But a lot of the YouTube company, you're annoying. I mean, there are some that are probably okay. Probably because it's a little bigger. Obviously, because it's a Google. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of mixed match, really. It's really a mixed bag. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It used to be worse before they added in the new policy and everything. Because before, you get a lot of crap in IRL. There were times where people were getting into fist fights in IRL, and I'm like, Jesus, why are people watching this? And like, why are you streaming this? If someone's gonna get in a fist fight, turn that off. Get into your fight. Turn it back on whenever you're done. Don't need to see that on stream. It was like, no, no, I gotta stream this. I gotta do it for the views. I gotta punch this guy in the face. I gotta get punched in the face. Like, Yeah. And of course, that's also a thing for, obviously that's not just to be a sexist thing, 'cause it applies for guys too. You can't be shirtless. Which the thing is, Twitch doesn't actually tell you any of that, which kind of annoys me in a way. They're very, very vague uh, about their clothing policy. Like they don't really tell you. They're just like, "Hey, don't show too much skin." And like, okay, are there any specifics? No. Okay, what happens? We'll wear a V-neck. Banned. Okay. What happens if I'm wearing a tank top? Banned. Okay. It's just like no, like you have to have just a plaid T-shirt. It's like okay, that's fine, but then you like show a little bit of your shoulder. Banned. Like, come on, what do you want? And then you have Mixer over here. Yeah, then you have Mixer over here. They give you a detailed list with each different category, whether you're family friendly, uh, whatever that other thing was, 15 and up, or no, 16 or up, 17. I think it was family friendly, 17 and up, 18 and up. So there's like three different categories. That's the thing. There's a 17 and up and 18 and up, and I'm like, why, why, why are those different categories? It's just that one year makes you resistant to more mature stuff. Like, what? I never understood that with a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, 17 and up, 18 and up. And I'm like, what? Like, wouldn't it just be the same at this rate? Trust me, trust me. Anybody who would be watching 18 up content at this rate, they're likely just already watched it when they were 17. Maybe even before that. But they probably already did. Uh, Big doubt. I'm just saying, it's not. I don't even remember. I don't have much of a good memory. I'm just saying I don't remember, but it's definitely in my teens. I just don't know when. I don't know. It's just a thing. All right, it's whatever. You expect some. The whole point of teenagers is oh adolescence thing. It's like you kind of start growing out of that when you're 18, a little bit, not really much, but you start growing out of it just a tad bit at that rate, and it's like they've likely watched stuff before that. Yeah, yeah. Plus, there's always faking birthdays and everything, so good luck on that one. Like a lot of like sites and everything require 13 up, like to make an account, and a lot of people do it anyway if they're younger. And I'm like, that's kind of against TOS there. There's somebody I there was like some famous kid who basically like, made an account when they were little, but they obviously had their birthday up, and then when they were actually old enough, they lowered it back. But Twitter caught on to it. It's like, oh, we're gonna suspend the account because you lied on your age. It's like, oh, how to make another account? Like, yeah, because it's like, oh, you lied on your age previously. Now you're showing us your real one. You've been on here and you made a wrong account, I guess. So it's like, okay, no, suspend it. Of course, that person has their account back after a bunch of outcry, I guess. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, though, I mean, the kid I'm talking about actually is, to me, I think is perfectly fine. That they're really not one of those type of annoying, bratty kids. They're not one of those type. Well, I can't really say that. Their dad might think different, but when it comes down to it, I'm saying that to me, they didn't really seem like as bright as you would assume from a kid. But A lot of kids really don't need to be on Twitter or on Discord or any of that. They don't need to be on this stuff. Because a lot of the time they're going to run into the freaking adult crap, and then we're getting back into the whole thing with bad parenting in that case, which we could just skim over. Okay, I'll be left alone in this case. Yeah, it would be insane. Oh, wow. Okay. I was checking performance mode for a second there. Obviously, I don't think he can hear me because I'm sure he put his headset down. If he's taking it with him, that's freaky. Don't do that. That'd be weird. If you're doing that, put it back down. You're creepy. So, hmm. I guess because we were kind of on that whole YouTube thing, I just kind of want to mention it. It did happen like a week or two ago. I don't really know. I can't think of it. But for any of you who basically wasn't paying attention to the whole YouTube thing that was going on, there's kind of like a whole new verification policy they released, like in an email to a lot of people who had it. It's like, oh, this is an email telling you that we've implemented a new verification policy. It's like, if you are like this huge uh, company or brand or something, you'll likely keep it or you'll likely be added in. It helps get more people get verification. Again, this is the whole point of, hey, YouTube, we didn't ask for this. You just implemented it. They just implemented it without no one ever saying a thing. Look at that. Comes in out of nowhere. Now, back to what I was saying. They basically implemented the whole new verification thing, and very stupid in a way because it took verification off a lot of channels. In this case, a lot of them still haven't gotten it back. Of course, they're like, oh, we took that away. No one's going to be losing their verification anymore. There's still people who've lost their verification. It's like, oh, just appeal. We've appealed. Haven't got it back from once. I'm not saying anything because I was never verified, but there's a lot of people I do know that were verified and are no longer. And they send appeals, haven't got anything back. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube, the company that gives us everything we don't ask for. It's like, hey, YouTube, that copyright system kind of sucks. Can you improve on that a little bit? Oh, sure, we're gonna improve on that a little bit. That's not too bad. And while we're at it, hey, do you want this new verification policy? I mean, it's really cool. It'll help everybody get verified much better. I mean, I guess that sounds okay. Cool. We're gonna be taking a lot of verification away from some people and everything. Yeah. It's like, no, cancel. No, too late. Yep, too late. Signed a contract. Boom. Seriously, it's like one of those like speedy salesmen. It's just like, hey, do you want this, and this? Like, yeah, that sounds pretty nice. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Cool. Sign right here. This would be pretty good. Okay. And if you read right here, it says that you'll be signing away your rights. What? Like, yeah, but too late. You already signed the name. You are good. That is YouTube in a nutshell. Yeah. Yeah, we literally talked about this right as the stream was in the like starting screen. We were talking about it like we should really save this for when we get in stream. This works perfectly. Like term of service or privacy agreement or contract or whatever, not a lot of people read those anymore. Like they'll literally just scroll down to the bottom if it requires it, or they'll just plain out say accept. And it's like, okay. Me, most of the time these days, I read those because I don't know what it's gonna say. If it's someone I've trusted for a while, I don't expect them to do something stupid. Like let's say, for example, uh, Destiny, like Bungie game Destiny 2, for example. I don't really okay. No, before I would imagine Activision doing it because they're dirty like that. Bungie isn't really that dirty in that sense. They don't really go too crazy for it. They're trying to get away from the toxicity of Activision. You sold your soul to Ubisoft. That's for damn sure. But yeah, you gave it away. You're like, take my soul. It's yours. And you just grab their hand. You just like grab their hand. You're like, Kalima, take my heart. It's like it's a little it's like I gotta give it away. You can't take it. I only have one. Like, huh? hey, it's like, hey, Ubisoft, do you want to work on a game together? Sure. Haha, we're publishing Ubisoft game. That means that we get to share the soul. Like, huh, did not see that coming. EA, always. Well, okay, EA versus Activision, I don't know anymore. That's a tough choice. Ubisoft, it's 50-50 really. I mean, a lot of the games that come out, because it's 50-50 what you're going to get. Me, I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed games, so not really. I'm a big fan of Trials games. Far Cry is meh. It depends on what they make. Most of the side ones I think are the best. Primal and New Dawn. I don't care what you say, but it's just I like those the better one. Then yeah, Primal's good, and like I said, I do like New Dawn. You kind of don't. It's like all right, that's your opinion. Uh, what's other Ubisoft games? I do want that new Watch Dogs. I do want that new Watch Dogs. I think it's gonna be awesome. Uh, I want that really badly because permadeath. I'm like, and you could be anyone on the street, and I'm just like, oh, yeah. But also, it's that's the thing about the good thing about this game with the permadeath. Like, you could be anybody, just literally anybody off the street. They all have their own story and everything. It's like you're basically telling us of a god tier game. Hand me, please, please, sir. I would like some more. Pretty much, I can kill everyone off the streets. Just kill them all. They're all dead. They're, the population of this city is 20,000. 10 minutes later, the new population of the city is one. What? Oh, that's a nice ocean. That's a nice pier. I'm gonna jump off that. No more people left in that game. It's like Raccoon City all over again. Probably still an outbreak, just not the same kind. But regardless, Ubisoft does have like a mix and match of different games. Lately, the Ghost Recon games have been great. No, lately the Ghost Recon games have been pretty great. I didn't really care for them before Wildlands. I was like, meh. But once Wildlands came out, it's like, okay, you're doing great. Breakpoint, I haven't seen much on yet, and I don't plan to until I can actually play the game. So there's that. Nah, I prefer to wait. Um, yeah, that's one of the bad. That's what I would call one of the bad stuff that they've released, in my opinion. Because a lot of people love the division. I didn't like it. I didn't like the division. I mean, it's not story wise because I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into the story. Yeah, there's no direction on where to go. It's just like an open hub world. It's like, hey, huge, not really huge, but it's like, hey, here's a big enough open world. Explore. It's like, okay, can you tell me what I need to do next? Nah, just go over here to this area. You'll figure it out. Like, okay, scan here. Scan. No, that's not it. Scan. No, that's not it. Scan. Oh, it was the last one you just scanned. Like, I just scanned it. Oh, now it's a thing. Like, I'm not interested. Mm, yeah. Also, you sold me when you had both the guy who played as Punisher as the villain in this. Like, okay, you sold me there, and you also sold me that in the press conference you had a dog on stage. You sold me. I'm in. Just because that dog, he made it. I'm like, okay, that dog's not barking at the hundreds of people in the audience. He's not caring. He's just sitting there like, what's up? Okay, I'm in. And plus, like I said, it was a new Ghost Recon game that would play in the style of Wildlands in the sense like, okay, that I am interested. The new that yeah, what was that game? I think it's somewhere. I don't remember, but I never played the beta. But What what's that new Rainbow Six game coming out? Rainbow Six Outbreak, I think. Oh, Quarantine. Yeah, that. Yeah, it's a three-player co-op. I'm like, I don't know about that. Kind of seems like another cash grab. I don't know, but all I know is like I feel like it's basically just a three-player thing. It's a three-player co-op, but I'm like, it just doesn't really seem that great. Or it could be like three people on the team on one team, and then you just have like another team that's just all zombies. So you play like a PvP match, but you have zombies versus human. I know it's not, but I'm just saying that in general, like that, even regardless of that, like just it does not seem fun to me. Yeah, it just doesn't seem that fun to me. Just like that whole plan of ideas. Mm. I mean, yeah, they only show a trailer, like a teaser. That's what they do in a lot of deals, but which is fine for me. It's fine if you do like a teaser, but I'm just saying that it's like, it's just the idea that they're placing around because they did explain it more. The woman who was I forgot. I don't know if she was like the assistant director on the project or something, but all I know is this is like, eh, I just don't see the fun in this. I mean, when it comes out, I'll probably like watch some gameplay of it, just like a little bit, because it's one of the games I don't really think I'll be interested in. So those type of games, I'll watch something of it, and like, okay, this does seem cool. Then I'll probably put some money towards it. But it depends. Like, yeah, when you know a game's gonna be really bad, I'm like, no, no, no. Why did you even decide to come to E3 with this bad news, or Gamescom, or wherever the hell you're freaking posting this? Yeah, I know. I pay attention. Which I'm gonna go ahead and mention. This is the thing that I was telling you that pisses me off, which is what before we started that I was thinking of. I thought would make a good conversation. I hate impatient people with a passion. I hate impatient people. It pisses me off. Like I get when you're a little bit impatient. It's okay to be kind of impatient or like hyped up so much. Like okay, I just really want this. Like that's fine. You could be hyped up. You could be a little bit impatient. It's like it shows a little bit like, man, I just really want this right now. Like that's okay. That's cool. You can even say that in the comments, like, man, I just really wish this was out already. Like that's fine. You're just showing you're really excited for it. But then you have those people who are like, for the past like few months or since it was like that teaser came out at E3, everyone's been going or not at E3. It was like because Sony didn't have an E3. Last E3 is when they announced it, but I mean like this E3 that just passed, Sony wasn't even there. They have their own little system. So I'm saying when they put out another trailer for it, it's just that I think it was last year. Like last year was the announcement. But as I was saying, it's just that it really annoys me when people are just randomly like, "Hey, when's the release date? Hey, tell us the release date. Give us this release date. Hey, this was announced like 2 years ago or like last year. Can you please give us this release date?" Or you're like, dude, when they have a release date, they will tell you. You don't get to decide. You do not control how devs work. And I hate how people are like that. That I mean, it's just that's just people honestly recommend it. It was basically the same thing for uh, Resident Evil. Yeah, like back in the GameCube days, they remade Resident Evil One, but that was only because they had to scrap a lot of Resident Evil One stuff because like PlayStation couldn't fit it. So they got the GameCube. It's like, oh, we can now fit all this new stuff into it. So they made a remake. But ever since then, people were wanting another remake of Resident Evil 2. Like, hey, remake it. Like, please remake it. Then they remastered it on modern consoles, and they're like, please remake it. It's like, okay, you know what? That's fine. Sure, we'll look into this. They remade it. That is perfectly fine because that is just people throwing out suggestion like, can you please do this? That's okay. But constantly berating a developer or director of a project, just anyone associated for release date is terrible and it's stupid. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. A lot of times, most of these people are even very transparent about their update. Not a lot of them are. There's mostly just a couple these days. About what? um, but basically, it's just that I don't know. A lot of times these days, devs are like really transparent. I mentioned it before, but let's say, for example, 343, the people who make Halo. This time, like they're taking the Master Chief Collection and putting it on PC. They're being extremely transparent about the process. Like they're telling you all the bugs that they're fixing. They're showing you videos of like these glitches that are happening that are funny that they've came across. Like, oh hey, this thing happened. Here you go. Here's a video for it. It's like they're doing all this cool stuff to show like hey, their development process. And then yeah, people are like, why did you announce this at E3? That was too early. You should have announced it closer to the launch of it. Why'd you do that? You're hyping all this up. Give us a release date. Release it right now. Like, dude, game development is extremely difficult. It's not something that could just be done on a whim. Like, oh, hey, I want to make this level in a game. It'll be out in a couple days. No, that takes months of work, and it takes like almost like 2 years for a game to develop. Sometimes longer for certain games to develop, depending on the studio size. But it's very difficult and it requires a ton of people for AAA games up to like 300 or 500 depends like a ton of people that really need to be a part of this and they don't care, they just want their game and they don't care if they're going to get it in a very buggy state like the MCC was when it first came out on Xbox. That was terrible, and then they fixed it up finally, and they basically just want the same thing to happen on PC because oh hey, I want the game. That's it. I just want it. That's it. Wah. Exactly. They're just it's so annoying because it's just I mean me, I get it. I mean, there's a lot of trolls out there who just decide to say it just to be a troll, or they say it knowing very well that it's difficult, it's going to take a while, but they're just going to say it. They're just like trying to get attention or whatever. I get that. Then there's the actual people who are really that ignorant and just want it and don't understand the consequence. There are actually some people out there who are they're just like, oh, give us this release date now, give us the game now. They're like, just for saying that, we're gonna delay it just a little bit. They actually, some people actually do that, and I just find it hilarious. It's like, ha, suckers, you gotta wait more. Like they actually probably had a set release date out because I've sometimes I've heard them like, oh, we were actually gonna give you a release date. We're gonna wait like a week or two before we give you that release date now. Like, haha, should have asked for it. That's another thing. So many people get so pissed off about that. They get so pissed off because it's like a game gets delayed or uh, something happens and they have to like stop development for a little bit or something. Just like all this stuff happens and they get so pissed off about it. Like, why did you have to delay it? What the hell is wrong with that? We want it right now. Like, sometimes you could add one little update. You could basically change one line of code in a game, and there will be 100 codes worth of errors and bugs that need to be fixed just because of that one little change. It can happen, and it's very difficult to work with. So obviously, when you implement new features in a game, there's gonna be plenty of bugs that need to be fixed. So you're gonna have to take a lot of time to fix that. If it's buggy, let's just release it. Or no, no, that's EA. They release everything unfinished. Like, this game that we have. Hmm, yeah, very much. My God, fucking Bethesda. That is now my favorite line. And just to note, it's a line in Sword Art Online Abridged. There's a YouTube thing. Search that up if no one's seen it. But it was just a funny thing at the end. Like they made a joke about how Bethesda published Sword Art Online in the show. They made a joke about that. It's like, oh, it's like, well, I had to, rush development because of the freaking, because the producer. And it's just like fucking Bethesda. My God, like that actually makes sense. Yeah, some games the bugs are features in my mind, and I like that. I mean, sometimes they'll fix it just because like, oh well, it wasn't intended. That was an unintended bug or whatever. I'm like, you kind of just broke the game for a lot of people. Like in a way, it was a fun implemented thing, which is kind of what I'm glad about when they worked with, say, for Skyrim, for example. Like I don't really play the game at all. I might get into it one day, but I don't really care for it right now. But I'm saying, for example, the Legendary Edition versus the Special Edition, they made a completely different game. One reason because they changed the engine, and another being the fact that kind of, I guess, just to separate that whole thing. Like, oh, hey, we'll make all these fixes. They still left in a lot of bugs, but they put in a lot of fixes for the bugs that were before and just made it into a whole different game. So it's like, you want all those bugs that you know and love? Keep playing Legendary. You want something a little bit newer? Head over to Special. So I guess that's perfectly fine. But still, it's still pretty buggy. They're not very good at release. Also, it has the crappy mod store. I don't understand that. It is crappy. You have to pay money. You have to pay money to buy mods. You have to buy mods from Bethesda. That's another thing. That is the mod store too. You have to buy mods. Not for me. What I'm saying, like, add-on mod is what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, for example, I'm pretty sure in Fallout 4, all I can do is just change the color of the dog. That's all I could do. I just changed it from a German Shepherd to a Husky. That's all I did. That's all you could do in that mod. Like, cool. And I'm like, no. It's like, okay, you can do that. And I kind of hate that just kind of put in like, oh hey, here's your tiny little mod. Cool. That's the mod you get. Like, it's not really much of a mod. It's just like a palette swap. Kind of trash. We kind of want these like game breaking mod in a sense. Not like it actually breaks the game. I mean like it's like completely different. Nah. No company is ever wanting to do that. Like, oh, change our game completely. Come on. Be a pal. I'm not your pal, guy. Not your guy, friend. Not your friend, buddy. Yeah. I said it all wrong. That's not the actual way it's said, but people get the reference. I haven't seen the scene, okay? I just know the joke. I haven't actually seen that one, but no. Back to the whole point. People are impatient, and you really need to stop. Stop being so impatient. And I know I'm barking up a tree or at a brick wall at this point of just I'm just talking to a brick wall. It's not gonna happen because I say so, but it's just just bullshit. Just shut your mouth. I mean, yeah, man, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, I would rather have a game than just a pile of crap. So Obviously, if you got to delay a game, do it. Don't freaking worry about your audience. If any developer out there, indie wise or AAA, whatever, is even watching, welcome back by the way, and Lisa, but because they're back now. But point is, it's just if you are a developer of any kind, indie or AAA, and you're worried about your player base like being a little bit mad because you're having to delay something, just don't worry about it. If some leave, they were the jerks. Forget them. Just do what you got to do. Delay to make a better game. Yeah, it was meant to come around then, but at that point, I don't remember the reason why it didn't, because they were actually planning. Oh, they had plenty of money. They freaking went to the theater twice, and it was the top engrossing movie of all time. So they definitely had the money. But it was just the fact, I don't know what it was, if it was like some licensing deals or if it was like actor deal. I don't know what it was exactly, or it could have been just there was something else bigger going on. Because I'm pretty sure at that time, like MCU started kicking in and started making their movies and everything. So at that rate, actually they were already making, but I'm saying like Avengers came in, so just like we don't really no, I don't think he has anything to do with it. But it's just like, oh, you have that, so cool. Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, me, I kind of like the idea. I feel like it's like in a way like a show type of deal. It's like you've got like a full like adventure, and they all like intersect and everything. All those stories like can connect with each other, but they don't always. Just the only ones that like you need to watch prior stuff with would be Winter Soldier, uh, Iron Man 3. What else would you need to watch prior ones? Yeah, Civil War. So, well, actually, no, not Winter Soldier. You don't need to watch anything prior on that one. You do need to watch prior when it comes to Civil War because it's technically Avengers 3. Well, that makes sense in the Captain America dub. I'm talking about the other movies where you don't have to watch the other movies to get the story. So, Winter Soldier, no. Civil War, yes. Uh, don't need Black Panther. That's its own thing. I mean, you kind of do. You might want to watch Civil War just to see in a bit when it comes to Black Panther's role in it. But meh. Um, yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp. Yeah, you definitely get that because that's kind of part of the point of that movie. Uh, you don't really need to watch Ant-Man in order to get the Civil War part. It's kind of its own thing. Uh, yeah, it's all good. I do kind of like Ant-Man as a character, like the new one. It's just like it's kind of just like a goofy guy. Just be like, yeah, no, I'm kind of here. Like, yeah, that's good. What's wrong with him? Yeah. Oh, and you also need to watch. I mean, you don't need to because it kind of cuts back to it to tell you because stupid exposition. But you don't need to watch Avengers 2 to get Civil War. You don't need to, but it's kind of a thing. And might as well just watch them all. Yeah. Of course, Avengers 3 and 4, you need to watch the prior Avengers movies. Don't necessarily need to do the first one. You don't really need to. The second one you do because there's scenes in the second one that translate to the third and fourth. But yeah. Ragnarok, you do need to watch Ragnarok for two reasons. One, I feel like it was one of the best Marvel movies because that was funny. Like that was a good combination of action, comedy, and trying to be like the superhero movie. Like, just like it was a perfect combination of everything. It made sense and it just worked. plus it boosted up the Thor movies because the first Thor movie was kind of good. I mean, it was good. The whole romance thing was a little pushy. They kind of pushed the romance thing a little bit. The second movie sucked. That was awful. I mean, it had its good moments, but it was not very good. The third movie, great. Make it more comedic. Sure, let's go for that. See, I mean, I like that about Ragnarok though, because it's like, what is his name? I forgot his name. Like, I don't remember his name. Like the director's name. That is a good director in my mind. Like, I feel like he had the right direction towards that movie. And it was like great. I forgot what he was supposed to direct next. I don't know if he directed the new Spider-Man or what he. I don't know what he did, but good, good guy. Stick with it. Yeah, that's a new one. That is a good one. That was a good one. Watch that when you can. Uh, you need to watch Endgame before you watch Far From Home because there's spoilers in Far From Home because it connects. That part's funny. I don't like Fortnite, but that's funny. Oh, that's a good one. No, dear God. But yeah, yeah, that is one thing that I'm sure you probably heard of, I guess. But Fat Thor in Endgame, you heard about him? Yeah. Well, point is overall. Well, I mean, basically, point overall, but basically, point overall is that he kind of let himself go quite a bit in Endgame, so he became very fat. It's good. So whenever you can. No, technically no. I mean, you have the third movie. I mean, you have Infinity War. Technically no, but Captain Marvel came out between them two, but you don't need to watch it to get anything. She is in Endgame, but you don't need to watch it to get anything. It's just kind of understandable. I watched Captain Marvel after Endgame, and it was fine. So it's whatever. I don't understand why. I mean, I got. I mean, probably actor wise, I guess some people do, but I don't really know much of it. But I know. I guess because like the promoting. I don't know if it was like promoting feminism or being an SJW or whatever, but I think that was the reasons why people didn't like her. It depends. Uh, yeah, no wonder why you can't hear anything. You're at school, Dennis. I guess. Uh, Also, I'm going to mention because something that Emilisa mentioned, but I didn't, couldn't comment on it yet because we were talking about this. Uh, Mention about how not very excited about the new Joker movie, which really neither am I. I mean, I don't really see it being that good. Trailers come on all the time on everything. I haven't really watched trailers deep enough to know, but it's just like it doesn't really seem like to be a very good Joker. A lot of people think that he will be, but I'm just like sitting there like, doesn't seem right. Yeah. Well, I know, but I'm saying like this was mostly on TV. It doesn't really show up a lot of ads. But I know. I'm just saying, that's the thing that comes out. But it's like it doesn't really seem that great. And they also brought up the whole thing with Jared Leto wasn't really a good Joker either. I'm like, no. Which again, that's another thing with Jared Leto. Not really a very good Joker in a sense, but at the same time, they didn't let him be. They didn't let him have that because apparently there was supposed to be a whole story with Joker. He's supposed to have like a bunch of scenes with him in it in Suicide Squad. He's supposed to be a big character in it, and then he got pushed to the sidelines because they cut out all the content that he had, which did make him mad. Which understandably, he filmed a lot of stuff, and then they just cut it. They just put him as a little side role, being like meh. I'm just some guy who is with Harley Quinn, and that's that. It's okay, but mm. Oh yeah, it is definitely completely different. I mean, most of the people in that Suicide Squad is in the movie, but a few differences. Regardless, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of eh. They're making another Suicide Squad, but now it's going to be directed by James Gunn, who did the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and that I'm going to be wanting to watch because I feel like he will definitely direct it in the right direction. Good movies, definitely good movie. The first one, great. The second one is pretty good, but it's not as good in my opinion. But regardless, yeah. Point being, now they're having where James Gunn's going to be directing Suicide Squad, and right after that's done, he's going to go straight into directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So, because they fired him from being the director on 3 because of the tweets he did, and then they're like, okay, we kind of made our mistake. We kind of want you back. It's like, well, I'm already working on Suicide Squad. It's like, okay, after that, all right. So he's back on directing after he's done with that. Just I some cases it's kind of unforgivable, but in this case, there's no sense in even trying to dig up somebody's past online like that. It's like, yeah, he made that. Yeah, this was over a decade ago, and he made bad tweets and stuff. It's just like that's fine. It's that's what people do sometimes. They make crap, then they grow after years, and you can see like the way he is now and how all the actors and everybody was talking about him. He's perfectly fine now. He doesn't talk like that anymore. And they're like, no, just had to fire him. Like, okay, why? Yeah, I know that. That's what I also hate about a lot of companies. So I was like, we have an image that we have to protect, so we have to do this. Like, what? Because a lot of times people just jump on a bandwagon, don't even wait to see, and they just do it. Like, let's say, for example, uh, I'm going to bring them up again. I don't really like talk about it much anymore because people take it freaking through the wall, and it just annoys me now. But the whole Vic Mignogna stuff, that stuff does kind of annoy me now, mostly just because people go too far with it these days. I'm like, I don't, it's already over. I don't care anymore. Don't want to hear about it. But it's the point that in this case, you have where he got the allegations one day, next day he's fired from everywhere, fired from Funimation, fired from Rooster Teeth, all this other stuff. It's just like you could have just suspended him until you knew because there was a trial coming up later. You could have just suspended him, then looked around and be like, okay, now he's guilty, now he's innocent, fire, keep, whatever he was, which I don't know because I haven't really been paying attention to anything. But point overall is, yeah, it's just like, oh, we have to protect our image. Like, we kind of have to let him go because he did all this stuff. He has all these allegations. Like, wait, suspend, then go. He even said himself he would understand if they suspended him. I don't know, but I mean, at the same time, you know, I'm not even going to get into that because obviously a lot of people are going to go crazy with like, yeah, no, it was serious, or no, it was definitely just allegation. Like, whatever. Ah, yeah, right. When he had that, he got. I don't know. I just dropped at that point, and then there was dropping because oh yeah, had that happen, and then his whole YouTube original series they canceled that off because it was gonna have a second season. Like, nope. I'm like, okay, just screw him over. I know they already had all the footage, everything kind of ready to go. They said it. I think they just had to edit it down or something. But it's like, okay, we just edit all this. We're good to go. Nope, scrapped because of all that. Now, I mean, I've said it myself. I don't really particularly enjoy his content at all. I don't, but it's not like I hate the guy or anything. I mean, obviously, I respect him as a YouTuber and a creator and everything because he's done very good for himself. Yeah, he's done very good for himself, and he's great and everything. It just I don't like his content. That's fine. I don't have to, but I still think he's cool. Just, I don't really like his stuff. Whatever. Yeah, that's another thing that kind of just reminded me of another thing. But you can continue your thought, and then I'll go into that. Yeah. Plus, that's another thing that kind of pisses me off with some people. They don't understand what dark satire is. He's made dark satire jokes, and a lot of other people have too, and they get in trouble for it. It's like, have you ever heard of dark satire? Have you heard of satire at all? It's like the idea of making fun of things in a dark way or in like a different way. It's not exactly a joke, but it's satire, like in a sense to like roast or make fun of something pretty badly. And dark satire is obviously a dark topics. So you're gonna make a dark joke in satire form. Like that's how that works. It's gonna happen, and that's the point. Which, in a sense, would obviously be when he made those Nazi jokes or whatever. That, yeah, that's basically dark satire in a sense. So it's like, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's jokes. I mean, that's all it is, and people just get so hateful. I was like, yeah, that's something that kind of is like, what is it? I was trying to think of it. It's just basically that. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was saying like he's doing the dark satire, that thing, make a lot of jokes. I don't know. I lost it. I was thinking like a good way to go with that, but I don't know. I thought too much. Overthink. Brain, brain explode. Big brain turn to little brain explode. Say what? Oh yeah, yeah. That's definitely that was it. It was definitely a mistake that he made, and he definitely got the punishment. Yeah. Oh, now I got it. See that's where my train of thought was going. Is that one thing that also kind of pisses me off is when you have somebody like let's again PewDiePie. You have where he does get punished for stuff that he does, but then you have somewhere like on the Twitch platform, you have these big name streamers who don't get in trouble for what they do. I mean, they have apparently had. I mean, they've had like Twitch partners who have basically shown pictures of stuff they shouldn't have on accident, or one that has given their cat vodka and also thrown them. You know who I'm looking at on that one. A bunch of other stuff, and it's like no, no punishment to them, none at all. Not even a suspend on an account. Nothing happened to them. Not even take away their ad revenue, which some people have tried to do that on other things. Like, oh, they did this. We're just gonna take their ad revenue for a bit. Like, what? Then there's this other guy who basically had full on aggravated assault or some type of assault towards his wife on stream where you could see it. All that stuff happened, and they ban him, and then he comes back, and they don't do a thing to him. Like, what? Like, keep him off. That's you don't want that kind of stuff around on a Twitch platform. You ban the guy, keep him banned. IP ban him if you have to. Yeah, I think so. I never understood the enjoyment of that guy. Anyone who enjoys his content, even before he did the battle royale stuff, because he shifted. I think he was a. I don't know if he was a Halo player or something, because I think they said he was a Halo player. But it's just like then he shifted over to battle royale and everything. He switched to PUBG, then uh, Blackout and Apex at times. He played those. Don't think he really played Fortnite. I don't remember him doing that. But regardless, I just other stuff that he's done, I don't really see the content or him being enjoyable. It's another one of those things. And this is one of those people who I don't really respect. This is perfect for his name, Doctor Disrespect. I'm like, I don't really respect you that much. I don't really care for you. Yeah, Doctor Disrespect. Screw you. Don't care. Felix, don't like your stuff. You're cool. Whatever. I think that's actually his character. Yeah, he probably is. But it's just like his online character is to kind of be a dick. But it's just his way he's playing it. Which in this case, if he is actually a really nice guy, and then he plays off being a dick on stream, like everything, but like, you have a really good, you do really good there. Good job for you. But in that case, like, I don't really act like a dick. I just say dickish things. I didn't say I was. I say, I'm not really a dick, but I might be saying. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like I said, it's like our segment that I call taking out the trash or whatever trash day, uh, whatever. I don't know. Just like it's kind of like a little segment on here, which is not like a singular segment. We just throw all the trash into one pile. That pile is spread around throughout the podcast, where we just keep grabbing little bits of bags that we find of trash, and we're like, oh hey, let's talk about this piece of junk, and then throw it away. Which, damn, that was a good metaphor. I like that. I don't really. I don't know. These days, just everything's becoming bad. I mean, YouTube was at a point good, and then they started getting terrible. Twitch, I always thought it's like, you know what? If YouTube just keeps getting terrible, I'll move over to Twitch. It'll be fine. Like, I'll actually do that because they implemented an upload system, so you can upload videos there. So I'm like, I don't care. That's perfectly fine by me. I can upload videos and do streams on Twitch. Seems like a good takeaway. Then we start getting crappy Twitch still deals going on. Their freaking practices are getting horrible. All the crap they did to Ninja, all this freaking other crap, the stuff that's been happening at TwitchCon lately, which I will get into here in a little bit, just all this other crap, which then again, Twitch might not have been at all responsible for that stuff at TwitchCon, but I'm just saying in general that still, it's just crappy. Yeah, but it could have this stuff could have happened like after the event or at other places. Just like the people who were there at those events. It's like the people who were there went to the. Well, they can't really supervise people when they leave. Like when they leave, it's not their problem. That bit's fine, but uh, yeah, doing supervision. Yeah, and I do know a few things, but when it comes to Mixer, for this example, I don't haven't really seen them do anything bad yet. I mean, the platform is getting bigger, but it's just like I haven't really seen them do anything bad
Potato.
yet. Always the potato. Always the potato. I freaking love it every time that pops up. It's always so great to just over here, potato. And you just freaking get freaked out. Mixer's doing pretty good. Potato. No. So what happened on your end? Calm it down. Too many Mountain Dews for you. Sponsors. But yeah. I love that joke. We started that last time. Last episode, all throughout, we were just like, "Hey, Mountain Dew. We both have one because I had a code red, he had a normal, and I was just like, "Hey, sponsor us." It's like, because it's just a joke. It's just a bit, obviously, because they're obviously not going to. But yeah, if anybody, honestly, I'm gonna bring that up once more, and then we'll get back to the streamer platforms being stupid. But again, anybody out there who actually just wants random people to like to sponsor, just like give, you don't have to sponsor with money. You don't have to do that. Just items, physical items. You want to sponsor your brand, us to do with your brand, send like a t-shirt or something. I'll actually turn on face cam and I will wear that shirt on stream. I will do it and I'll show it on stream like, hey, here's this, you can get it over there, or here's their website, go do all their stuff. If you're going to give me a freaking type of drink they want me to drink on stream, I will do that. Cool. Yeah. So basically, just do all that stuff. Mm. Mine just been sitting on top of my TV and it has been turned on in a while. Once I get like because my beard is like freaking nuts and my hair's all over the damn place. But whenever all that's fixed up, I've been poor. Get over it. But whenever all that's fixed up, then I'll probably turn on face cam better. Yeah. So happy. Uh, yeah. Okay. Back to all that stuff with the streaming stuff. Again, Mixer, I haven't really seen much problems with that yet. A lot of people were pissed off when it came to like the dress code thing, but honestly, I see it's perfectly fine, and it's great that they laid out a list because people need to know the list, and it keeps it from not being too vague like Twitch, where you don't know whether you're doing right or wrong. Obviously, there's some stuff that is wrong, but you don't know it if it's just something that's like, oh, it seems okay, but then they ban you anyway. And then yeah, Mixer, they give you the entire list. That's cool. But then when it comes to anything else, Mixer doesn't seem to do anything too bad yet. The only problem I have right now in Mixer is just I don't get much attention through it, which is perfectly fine. It happens, but it's just like that's my lowest amount of viewership over there. So, eh, it's just a thing I have in the background. I don't really have any purpose with it. I get YouTube viewers most of the time, and I get Twitch viewers. I get like one Mixer viewer every 10 streams, maybe. It's not great. And yeah, I know you were silent for a while there. But to go on about the TwitchCon thing, because I brought it up, so basically what happened is over the past TwitchCon, apparently a lot of people were getting roofied. There were people who were actually getting roofied, and yeah, it's not cool. Because I don't know if it was like at an after party or something, but they had this like drink stand, which was alcohol, obviously. The thing is, you cannot mix alcohol and roofies. That's not a good thing. They do it a lot of time in like movies or whatever, but that's not a good thing to do. If you mix roofies and alcohol, that can actually be very bad for someone's health. Like extremely bad. You could basically almost die or get put into a coma through it. But it's just basically they had a whole table of drinks, like like say a dance party at like a middle school or something. You have like a whole table that has a bunch of punch standing on top of it, completely open containers and everything. Same thing at like the after party or wherever that was at, full on alcohol drinks just like sitting right there in solo cups, just like sitting on top of a table. Like, that's not how you run stuff like that. That is easily able for someone to literally just, I guess, take the roofie and just literally drop it into like a drink. No one can see you do it. You never know what's going to happen. Or if someone's like extremely sick, they can literally sneeze all over those dang things and you would never know. You'd probably know when you picked it up, but I'm just saying some people don't know. So it's just like, you don't know if you're going to get sick because something's in that drink now. It's open container, you don't know. A lot of places, they have an actual bar, which obviously all the drinks are behind the counter, under the counter. You have the bartender who will literally make the drink right there. Or they have it locked up and just like full drinks already prepared, open the like, I don't know, fridge or whatever they have it in, like take it out, give it to the person. That's that. It's easier that way. It makes it harder to freaking do that stuff. This case, they have it all right there in the open, and people got roofied. Roofies, alcohol, not a good mix. A lot of that stuff happened, which, again, I don't know if this happened at TwitchCon or if this happened at an after party. I didn't really read much into it. And I did kind of go off at one point where I kind of assumed it was at TwitchCon and people weren't really happy that I said that. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what that was going on. I just know people said they were roofied at TwitchCon. That's what they said. But I don't know if it was actually at it or they went to like an after party with people from it. Like, a bunch of people just went to it and then that stuff happened. But all I do know is that it did happen. And a lot of people definitely don't feel like they'd be safe going to another one. Like, well, yeah, I wouldn't blame you. That is pretty scary. That's the thing though. When it comes down to like going to like a party or something or anything like that, I'm not the kind of guy who would actually go to one of those and get drinks from the place. I'd be like I'd be like a bring your own type of person. Except when it comes to certain events. Like if it's just like a house party or something, then and it's like well, honestly, I don't really drink any alcohol anyway, and I wouldn't. I don't really see the point in it, honestly. It feels like it's kind of boring. But it's just like that you could, and it's like I guess I just bring my own at that point to like a house party. Go to an actual event where they have alcohol there and everything and serve it. Like I would not bring my own because it seems like a stupid idea. But I'd probably bring my own sodas or something, or own waters. I would not actually bring. I would not actually just like take some from there because it'd be like I don't exactly trust these people because I do have a type of trust issues and I wouldn't really trust them doing anything with it. Like I don't really like your stuff. I'd rather get it from a store or something and know that I'm gonna be mostly okay. I say mostly because you never know something happening during the store process. I've drunk plenty of drinks from the store and nothing bad's happened to me yet, so we're good. But yeah, I know your brain went off for a minute there. If you're gonna be drinking, if it and you're gonna be drinking like a soda or your own containers, make sure it's like a bartender's or something like that, and they have like locked up a little bit. Then you're pretty much good. Also, watch your drinks. I don't know. Yeah, don't really drink. Don't drink. Don't drink alcohol. If you have a other type of drink, try your best. Just don't get dehydrated. Speaking of dehydrated, I'm probably a little bit because I have no drink. Whoopee. I drank it all before we started, before we even connected to this voice channel, because I really love this tea. But yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of stuff to go off of. Hmm. We ended up with a lot of crap. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I've really wanted the podcast to be more about. I mean, we could talk about all these topics, but it's just like we kind of flow through it in our own pace. We don't have to go through because, like, oh, hey, here's a topic. Let's talk about that. Like, nothing scripted. Just go for it. The only scripted thing we've had so far was me talking about that verification policy, so it was just right there because it's just something I wanted to mention. But let's trash it, and he'll be back in like less than a minute apparently. So good on him. But well, I not really, not really. You came in right as I was starting it out, or as it was getting good, and I just repeated myself so you could get what I was on about. But yeah, we never trashed it because there's no point in trashing what's already trash. Because it has some redeeming qualities because we're actually able to do something there. Until we're not able to, then it just becomes full trash. I mean, here's the thing: we have trash. Apparently, we can have trash that we will throw away, but then there's the type of trash that's sitting around we don't even want to touch because it smells so bad. So don't even want to sully our hands touching that piece of crap. So how about let's just no, we'll just walk away from it. And that is what TikTok is. Let's just walk away from that. Same with a bunch of other stuff that I don't really care about. Because honestly, it's just at this rate, just a meme material thing, and I don't really see the point. First of all, it's a freaking music crap, then turned into a freaking Vine replacement. Whatever, who cares? Worthless. Pretty sure it was like a okay. It was basically like we had Musically, and then that went down, and TikTok was to replace it. So again, it was just basically like a music thing for like lip syncing or something. That was its main purpose. And then we have Vine going down. Like what? Let's replace it and have TikTok be like the main Vine type of deal. We have those too. Okay. Yeah, they just became a toxic meme, which is every meme these days. Worthless. Mm. Yeah, and I kind of don't like that about this generation. Everything has to be a meme. There are funny memes in which I'm perfectly okay with sticking around with, but then you just have the idiot memes. Let's say for the recent memes that are coming out probably around now is say earlier I mentioned the game Destiny 2. Plenty of memes coming out of that around right now because they've had a full day of server maintenance before the new DLC came out and the new light expansion thing. But basically they had all that. And then we had a whole few hours of service maintenance again today because they screwed it up. So plenty of people were memeing about that. That's fine because honestly, that's funny. I'm okay with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just don't meme that. Just no. At that point, you're just being toxic or cancerous. Get out of here. The only joke I'm gonna make when it comes to that is saying let's say for example, oh hey, I play Doom, so therefore I'm a school shooter because I play Doom. Because that was literally the argument when the game came out. Yeah, the Modern 2. Yeah, let's just yeah. You know what? I mean, there's no Russian, man. I mean, there's no Russian in on this, so we're all good. No Russian. We did good. Da. Yeah, that was that was a very big joke. Kind of. It's still kind of stupid that we do that, but we did that in our exercising demon stream, which you can obviously go see on my channel. Yeah, the full stream is that's the only thing out right now, but later I might make a shortened down version, which is it going to be fully shortened down? I'm just going to cut a lot of the loading screens because those are super long, and maybe a few of the boring stuff, maybe a few of the failures that we didn't really talk much about. It's like, oh hey, we failed, whatever. Cut that, and then Yeah, I just walk up and it's just like, especially the first room, like, hey, is there like eight tablet things there? No. Are you sure there's like eight? I don't think there's eight. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more than that. No, I mean that looks like the rune thing. Like, well, it is runes. Like, okay, there are eight tablets. No, like, okay, like that's runes. Like, okay, I don't know what the hell we're doing. It's so confusing. I'll keep that. I mean that was a stupid moment for me. Yeah, no training. There was a training mode. Skipped it. I even mentioned at one point, should I have done the training? Like, nah. I'm like, yeah, nah, no training. Skip the training. Just need a T-shirt now that talks about skipping training. Who needs training? Basically, yeah, that could be a perfect shirt, or it could be a shirt that shows like a timeline thing where it's like noob, like it goes noob, training, pro. Just show a line that skips directly over training, just goes from noob to pro. It's like no training, we're good. That doesn't mean we are a pro. That doesn't mean we are a pro. That just means we don't want the training. Don't, don't see how that works, but sure. Sure. Interesting. Oh, the vodka. Anyway. Uh, hmm. I don't really think that's a thing. It's just a random accent thing. It's what people do. Um, you know, yeah. I was actually. I wouldn't really. I wouldn't say where you do racist stuff. I mean, honestly, I don't think doing the accent is racist. It's what you say when you're doing it that could be. But there's stereotyping, or doing that, which is probably what we were doing. We were being stereotypes of that, right? Not racists, just being a bit of a stereotype, which is kind of what we're doing, I guess. Really, it's more sense that we're making fun of the stereotype, not actually being a stereotype. So that's what I'm saying. We're being that because we're making fun of it. We're making fun of the stereotype because no one in Russia actually says Russian. Like yeah. In America, you drive a car. In Russia, a car drives you. No one actually says that there. They probably do just to joke around because they want to be in on the joke. But I'm saying that it's just like they don't actually say that in casual conversation. It's a very old joke. It's a very old joke, so I don't know. Might as well. That is America. We steal everything, and then we mass produce it to the other countries. It's like, oh hey, we made this joke up. No, you didn't. We did. No, we totally did it. Hey, you should guys get on it. Okay, we'll get on it. Like, unless it actually happens in our country, in which case we do make the jokes. No, no, I don't watch any or listen to any. I don't know because I don't really. I've only listened to one of theirs. Yeah, I never understood any of that. I don't really think that I don't really think that many people actually showed up. It's just supposed to be like a lot of. I don't really think there were that many people that were there. I don't really know. I didn't really pay attention after all that stuff for the day that was set to happen. And plus, I don't really understood the point of why people thought it was a good idea to be like, oh, hey, we're gonna just do this, and it's a meme, but we're gonna do it. And then actually they do. Then some people did go and do it. Like, did you think people weren't going to, you know, the military was gonna be there to stop you and arrest you? Did you think that was gonna happen? I'm pretty sure some people got arrested. At the very least, they got detained. I mean, honestly, it's also stupid that even if they said that, they could have like grouped up and then made a plan. No, they put all their plans online. Like, oh, hey, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do this, and charge from this place. Like, yeah, they know all your spots now. You just outed yourself. So, good job. All these people with super military training. Mm. Sure, it could be a diversion, but America's not that smart. Again, America's not that smart. Especially when there were like 60 with help. With help. No, I mean not. Basically, it was just like the war itself really ended mainly because I mean, that's kind of the thing, though. Maybe it was just U.S. versus Japan. It really wasn't much of anything else. But I mean, there were other elements involved, but at the same time, it was like, oh, not really. They weren't really a thing there. It just U.S. versus Japan. It wasn't really much. Everybody else was basically against Germany at that point. So yeah, I mean, it was basically done, and it's just like U.S. like, you know what? Let's just nail one more into the coffin. We'll just or two more in this case into the coffin, and just drop a couple bombs. Like, no one will mess with us afterwards. Well, you're right. It just took many years for Japan to trust us again. I'm very sure they still trust, considering they don't have the dictator anymore. But yeah, at this rate, Japan is basically a lot cooler than U.S. in any way, in a lot of reasons. Especially if you're, well, that depends on the way you are. I mean, if you're big into art, anime, games, any of that kind of stuff, you, or technology in a way, you again want to go to Japan. That's like your main thing. I'm just saying in general that when it goes to Japan, it's like everything's like there's a lot of advanced stuff over there, and also the culture is like really accepting when it comes to games and anime and stuff. It's like big thing. Like, yeah, okay. I wonder I say that they hate them because there's always been like a real big thing with it. That depends. But I mean, no, I mean I've seen like a lot of people like go over there and they're actually like really accepting and everything, and especially those who do know say Japanese and everything. There's always like, uh, say like kids coming over trying to talk English or something like, oh hey, is this how like they basically like try to learn from people who already speak English, like, oh how to do this. So I've actually seen that where kids who are learning English in Japan like come up to like people who travel there try to ask like, is this how you say this right? I try to run better for that. Like, oh. Especially China, especially lately. Mm. Yeah, stupidity. Then again, the Paul brothers were always stupid. Mm. I mean, he's always done stupid stuff. Yeah. Yeah. These days, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what's like a lot of the bigger YouTubers that almost no one cares about, which in this case would be me. A lot of the YouTubers that I don't care about are always the ones that always end up doing something stupid. I noticed that. And freaking the Paul brothers, which I've never cared about for a second of my life, crap happens. And then again with Felix, don't care for his content. Still think he's a cool dude, but all that stuff happened with him, and I'm like, okay, that happens. Like, how come it's always that? Then there's people who I'm like, I do watch, and I do think are cool. It's like nothing really bad in a sense happens to them. Either they're just the smart ones, or it's just I don't know. Who? Oh yeah, oh, definitely. I just feel like there's definitely people who could be on par. Some I don't really know. I can't really say nicer because obviously I don't know them, so I can't say anything. I'm saying when it comes to like versus Jack or again like I watch Game Grumps a lot. Like seeing the way they are, and they're definitely pretty nice when it comes down to it. But just it's all on people. They're all pretty great guys. Um, yeah, I don't know. Uh, yeah, it's kind of how it works. Let me see. Basically, it's 225. By that, it's a how long we've been doing this. It's actually 3:56 for me. You know, actual time. Mhm. Yeah, you see, you do that to me a lot. Even if it's a joke, and I know it's a joke for you, you just do it a lot. I'm like, okay. That's the thing with me. Like sometimes it'll either skip a letter or like I push one of the letters and it pushes something that's like right above it or below it. I mean, I mainly just use my thumbs, and I have big thumbs. They're gonna miss or they're gonna hit something right next. Yeah, that's my problem. I totally yeah, I totally do that. No, but if I cut off my thumbs, I'm not gonna be able to play any games, controller wise. I don't have a controller with paddles in the back, so I can't replace the buttons. That would not work very well. Also, have to invert everything. I mean, I could try. I could try. I could actually try a few things, but yeah. There's a things I actually would like to try when it comes to video types. I mean, there's that inverting. There's just a lot of random stuff. I mean, it's like all. I don't really know what all. We do that already. No need to. That's always. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot of like stuff I like to do, but it just I don't know how I want to take everything because I mean, I've said it before. I kind of want to steer away from just basic let's plays because while yes, that is a thing, I kind of just want to move that over to just streaming or something. I don't really want to just make videos a lot of the times on games for let's plays. I mean, I will do it sometimes and I'm fine with it, but in other ways, it just doesn't really work. And I feel like that is where my burnout. If it's a one-time game, then sure, but it just like a I don't know, just most of the time it's kind of where my burnout kind of went and why I had it. It's just because I've been doing the same thing for a while now, and I kind of want to try something different, but I'm not able to because I either don't have the equipment for it. Uh, I just don't have anywhere to go. So if I wanted to do, I don't know, like a freaking, I don't know, something else, I can't really go anywhere and make something. It's just I'm kind of stuck in my room, just playing games. There's not much else I can do. I mean, lately I've been yeah, same. I don't have a good camera, so I can't really do much on that deal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't really see the point in vlogs anymore. I used to do them, but now I don't see the point unless I'm going somewhere. Like if I go somewhere, I can make like a travel vlog or something, or I could make just like something to just show off stuff like that. That's cool. That's fine. But just to make one while I'm sitting here, I don't. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd definitely go for it. Hell, if me and True ever meet, like if that was a thing, I think we've even mentioned that we would go somewhere just to. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't go to his house or anything to like hang out there. I don't think we'd do that. But I'd go out to some random place and just hang out for a bit or whatever, for however long I would be there. But that case, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure even he wouldn't mind actually just like me just taking out my phone or like a camera I had or something like, oh hey, why not do this? Rephrase that. Might want to rephrase that. Yeah, not gonna be doing that. We will be met. We will just be. There's nothing I can say that can fix that. We'll be doing random platonic activities. That's all I can say. Uh, it kind of does. I don't know, but all I'm saying. Quick way to fix this. I'm straight. He's not. He's not really. So still doesn't work. Whatever. We'd be friends. Still straight. I don't think that'd change. But I'm saying that, you know, we'd just be friends hanging out. Huh? I don't know who the hell we're talking about. Of huh? Don't know. No, I don't know. Nope. Nope. I do not pay attention at all to that category, so I have no idea. No idea who that is. Yeah, never heard of. No, never heard of. Because I don't care for that stuff. It's stupid, and I don't really care. Worth nothing to me. I never heard. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. If it's a name I don't understand or I don't know, I ignore it, and I just don't know who it is. If it was, then I again, it was just a name I didn't know, so I just don't. Probably, but I don't really watch them anymore. I need to go back and react to some more stuff. This entire year, it's been just like a. This entire year has been an increasingly terrible shit show. Everything's gone wrong. A lot of the younger people just either don't know or they definitely do, but it's just like us. We're just like, this no, this has been a terrible year. Not in a bad way, because everyone all had that like bad year in like 2016 or something. It was like a horrible year for everybody. Don't know why. It just that was a horrible year for basically everyone out there. I think it was 2016. I don't know if that was the year, but I think it was 2016 or 50. It was something. There was just like a year where everyone hated like freaking worldwide, everyone hated that year for some reason. It was just like a terrible year for everybody. Then they're like, it'd be nice. Let's hope next year be better. No, that was like late that, but it wasn't 2016. It was like before that. Yeah, but I mean, it was way before that. It was like 15 or 14. I don't know. It was some year way back in the day. Everybody hated like, the next year will probably be better. Let's hope. And it's like, nope, it was pretty bad. This is one of those years where it's like it's not bad, but it's not good. Probably because we know the world is just stupid at this rate, collectively. And what can we do considering the fact that nobody wants to do anything correct about it? But whatever. Anyway, it's the video games. Let's just let's just ban AR-15s. That'll fix the problem. No. Let's ban AR-15. I'm just gonna buy a pistol that anyway. Can still do the same thing. Clearly they're stupid. They don't understand that. Yeah, I mean black market's everywhere, man. I mean I haven't seen it obviously because I don't look for the damn thing, but I'm saying it's definitely there. Mm. Trying to think of something else I was gonna say, but I forgot. No. Empty. Yeah, not gonna. I guess back to that topic that I was going to until we shifted over. I was saying like the other stuff I like to do channel wise, I guess. But I'm kind of like trying different things, trying to do different stuff. I mean, lately I've been trying to do more of the music stuff, but mainly I'm trying to learn stuff before I get back into that because, you know, before I would just do it to do it. Like, say the guitar stuff, I would play guitar just to play guitar. I've not learned many songs recently, so not a good reason to go back into it. Same with piano, I've got plenty of new songs I've added, haven't really learned them much, so when I get good at that, I'll probably do another one. But that's the kind of stuff I feel like just that's something to add to go away from just gaming. But there's other stuff I like to do. I mean, I've been thinking of like stuff that okay, when I say gaming, I mean just not like let's plays, but I think like other sub like segments to do, uh, scripted videos. Basically, I could do those too, but I suck at scripts. Yeah, that is another thing. We use Parsec, which is obviously a program for playing local games that don't have online because it basically connects people to your computer and it usually does it at a very good speed and everything and quality. So that's how we played Rico and did the multi single player stuff and all that and a few other games I have that I was hoping we could play, but because both of our internets just went to crap, mainly his download still rough with the slam. Uh, okay, his download is better, which is fine, I guess, but his upload got way worse, and mine basically got worse. I mean, I had very good speeds, and it dropped down, which is okay basically because it's to afford it better, so we can it's definitely to afford it that's what matters. But it's that Parsec is basically not going to work very well. So as far as we know, yeah. Also, there's always like changing some settings on both of our sides that could fix it better. Because in some cases, it doesn't really matter because I'm the only one who's doing the recording bit. So technically, he doesn't need the best quality. He just needs the best speed. So he could just like have it where it looks a little bit like crap, but it works very well. That would in a way be fine. Kind of suck for you, but it worked fine. But at the very least, get to have something to go for. But we don't really know the settings yet. And I might just contact Parsec about it because they might know something that could probably help, but I don't know yet. It could have only been an issue thing because that's another thing. Whenever we connected on the desktop, it was fine. Like it seemed like everything was good and fine and synced up. Yeah, once we go to the game, it immediately got delayed. So it could have been something on my end or hit. I feel like it was my end really. Because I feel like I opened the game and my resources were taken up to where it just made everything delayed or something happened. Because that's the only explanation I could give. So I feel like it could have been my side. I don't. It doesn't make sense for your side to randomly get impacted, unless it was like trying to get everything that my computer was getting and try to output it to yours. So then it did affect yours too. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it should in a way, but I don't know. Yeah. You upload. The thing is, like, the upload shouldn't have been affected at all for you because I turned off all your inputs. So you couldn't input a controller, mouse, or keyboard at all. So nothing upload should have really been a thing. It should mainly have been download because you're just viewing my screen and that was it. But still is affected. So I don't know yet. We could probably find some way to fix that. But for now, those games are going to be postponed into those videos and everything until I'm still editing Rico Part Two, the first gameplay we did, and I'm trying to clear out some other stuff so I can actually export that. So that's mainly the issue right now is just trying to clear up some space so I can do that. But that's basically the only thing that's going to be. Well, that's on my external. That's on my external. The internal is the one that's having issues. But I had to clear out something there, and I don't know what's taking up all my internal at the moment. I think it's just media cache, but I don't know yet. But basically, yeah, that one video of Rico will be the only thing that's going to be coming out that from that whole parsec thing from us. The rest, there'll probably still be other collabs from us because I still have some backed up, obviously. But that's basically the only parsec. Yeah, those can still continue, obviously, but yeah. Which Yeah, we do need to do that. And also, I really badly want to do this because I was editing it recently. I edited an old video we made of Ocarina of Time online. And we talked about in that one, we talked about doing a stream of a randomizer. So, again, to explain for people who don't know what a randomizer is, it randomizes all the items and encounters in the game. So you could get into the first chest, and normally you're supposed to get a sword. You could get some completely different that wouldn't even allow you to fight. You could just be swordless going through crap. You don't know what to do now. You have to dodge everybody, and it would suck really bad for somebody that you have to kill. Imagine being, imagine instead of getting, yeah, imagine instead of using a sword to kill the boss, you only had a stick to whack him in the face. So you could probably do that. Or random encounters, you could have somebody from the third dungeon being in the first dungeon, or an entirely different boss. Just it's very random of what could happen, and they're really good. Right now, we're using a basic randomizer, the one I picked out. I already have the ROM set to go because you have to patch it and everything. Like there's the randomizer, so I have all the stuff ready to go. We're just waiting on when we can do it, but definitely am ready on that. I kind of want more than just me and you in a sense, not because we're not enough. It's just that it does seem like it'd be kind of fun having more than just two people. The thing is, though, it would actually be open, but there's also a problem with that. Well, actually, no, there wouldn't be. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could put a password so only people in the stream could join. And the thing is, it's kind of dependent. I mean, I'm pretty sure the randomizer I have has seeds, so you can just put that in. It puts all the options that I put. So basically, that could work to where you supply your own ROM because that's your thing. I'm not giving you any. You put it into the randomizer. You put in the seed I had. You get all of our settings. You get the online client, and then you can join us with the password that we have. Then you can do that. Well, yeah, I haven't really messed with them recently, so I have no idea how good they've gotten. Maybe now audio doesn't lag like hell. That's one thing I hated before is that the audio was bad, so I had to cut it out completely. So I couldn't record any audio for the game, which is kind of okay because all the music is copyright. So, but at least like some sound effects. I don't know. It's my back. I don't know. I have a wallpaper engine. Yeah, I don't know what you did, but it just started lagging. What? Yeah, it is really bad. I don't know. I don't. Huh? Mm. Yeah, and whatever you were doing, place. So that was. I didn't do anything. It was all you, or it could have been Discord. I don't know. But point is just that you started lagging. Like I haven't messed with anything. I messed with my main computer, but that has nothing to do with my second, so shouldn't have done anything. The only thing I did was look at my desktop to see what my wallpaper was right now, because it randomizes every hour, and it was on last of it. But yeah, honestly, there's not really much else to talk about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're both not too grand at that. It's not fun. For me, it's like two things. Like I don't like listening to myself because it's not really as great, and at the same time, it's also stuff I've already done. So if I've played a game and recorded and everything, it kind of feels kind of boring editing it because I already know everything that's gonna happen. True, there's those parts where I can make jokes out of it, like say it's a collab or something, which makes it more fun because I can make a lot of jokes out of the stuff that we've done. So I can like add little things on screen to make it funny and like, okay, those are good. But then it's like when I'm editing someone else's content that I've never seen before, then it gets fun because I have no idea what's going to happen and I can just mess with it. Because in a way, it's like I'm in control of your content. I get to do what I want. So it's just kind of funny. It depends on the editor. There's a lot of time, or the people, the editee, I guess I should say, the person who wants it edited. It's like, do they want me to have free reign, or do they have like certain ways they want me to edit it? So For example, when I was editing for True, which I'm still editing one thing right now, which again is dependent on my space and need more space. But when I was editing for True, he basically gave me free reign on a lot of stuff. The only thing he really cared about was trying to get the video shorter. So I try to get them shorter. But everything else is like, put in whatever jokes I want to, all that other stuff. That's the kind of editing I like. Because I'm like, I have some ways I can make fun of this. Yeah. Mm. I mean, honestly, the thing is, I'm actually open commission when it comes to editing. I mean, that's not wrong. I mean, I am. If people want me to edit for them, I'm fine with it as long as, you have to pay a price if you're, random. When it comes to friends, in a way, I'm not going to make them pay because they're my friends. So, say, Swede, True, Evil, if he ever recorded videos, he doesn't. But I mean, I'll accept payments from you guys if you're wanting to do it, but I'm saying no one has to because you're my friends. You don't have to. Yeah, yeah. I mean, these days he can't do it because he needs the money for stuff and everything, which is perfectly fine. He needs that kind of stuff. So I don't really care if he wants me to edit more stuff and he doesn't pay me or anything. I'm fine with that. He's my friend, and I want to do it for him. But when it comes to random people, I can't really say the same because I don't really know you and kind of the price, and I'm not very expensive. I'm really not. It's like 10 to, yeah, I know it sounds kind of wrong. I'm saying it's not very expensive for my edits. It's like 10 to 15 is the base price, and then it goes up from there. I haven't really set the base price yet, but it's like 10 to 15 for a base video. It depends on what you're wanting me to add to the video and how long the video is, how short you want it to be. So if you're wanting all these crazy animations, all these like title stuff and everything else, that's going to cost quite a bit. If it's like a 2 hour video or 3 hour video or something, that's going to cost quite a bit too. Especially if you want me to edit it down to like 20 to 30 minutes per episode. I'm like, that's going to take a while. That's going to cost some money. But yeah, it is open, and on my Twitter, I have a video portfolio, which I add all my favorite edits into. Yeah, I'm already. I mean, I kind of don't remember anything that happened in that one, to be honest. I don't remember a single thing. So I don't mind. Yeah, but there's just a lot of stuff. Yeah. When it comes to also editing people's videos, I don't mind having it. It just I really prefer if they give me multi-track stuff. Like I really, really prefer they do that because it makes my job so much easier. But because what I'm saying is like if you record with game audio, your audio, chat audio, not everyone in the chat needs to be separate. That's fine. You can keep them all in the same audio. So game, you, chat, all separate. That much I'm perfectly okay with. That's great. If you can't take away the game and chat, I can live with it. It's just gonna be annoying if the chat is low. That's gonna be kind of a problem. But yeah, if the audio levels are fine and they're together, I'm like, nah, that's okay. But try to put your audio in other ones separate. Yeah. I've had that happen before where I was like recording off the 360 because it's the only thing we could play off of. But I was recording off of it and had to play through a party chat because this is someone who doesn't own a computer or anything to do anything else. So I had to mix the game audio in theirs. It was a good video in my mind. I really enjoyed it and I loved playing it with them. But the game was too loud and it covered their voice most of the time. Like, it's a failed video. I can't do anything. I can't release this. And it was really upsetting because I'm like, I really wanted to. We made such good jokes and everything. It was great. but I couldn't release it. So I've never had a collab with that person on the channel because of it. Oh God, I hate the I, no, I mean I hate the PS4 audio system. It is god awful. I don't understand why they have it such a piece of trash. It's either you have chat audio in your speakers when you plug it into the controller, you have chat audio there and only there, and the game audio on on the TV. And when we tried it before, I couldn't get the chat audio just to be in my headset. It wouldn't work at all, and or you have to have all audio onto the headset, none on the TV. It's really terrible. And then I had to get it to where the way I had to do it, which is why I couldn't stream off my computer, was I had to stream off the PS4 by plugging my USB mic into the PS4 and stream off of it. Because then the audio would go straight to the TV, all of it, including yours. And it's just a real shit show. Why couldn't they just make it to where Party Chat could output to speakers and you could have it all like that? Why make it to where it's like I could have this headset mic thing output all like I could have the mic just like say put the mic somewhere where it can at least hear and then put all the audio on the TV, your audio in it, and the game audio, and then just I have that there. It's like okay, they hear you, I can talk to you, and it's like there. It's not that it's not that it's a problem. It's the problem that it just like I said, it doesn't work with my recording or streaming. Is all I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying when it comes down to it, your streaming method is you stream off the PS4, so you don't really have to worry about it that much. But I'm saying I do. You know, I'm just saying like, when you're streaming people in there, it's like it's not really much of a problem because it's going to be all put together anyway. But whenever I'm doing it, it has to be separate. Everything has to be separate except like I can put both the chat and the game audio on the TV, and I can still talk to you through the mic that's plugged into the controller. That is what I was trying to do, but it wouldn't let me do it. It just wouldn't work. It was either chat in headset, which for some reason didn't work anyway. I couldn't hear you at all on TV or the headset, or all audio on the headset, none on TV. And if nothing's on the TV, no audio gets picked up. I can't stream using OBS. I had to use the built-in PS4. Really terrible, and that's why I don't do party stuff on PS4. That's why I kind of hate it. I'm fine doing single player stuff because that's not much of a problem. Put all the audio to the TV, record or stream from there. Chat's where things breaks. That's kind of how it always works because they were like, oh, I mean, honestly, if it would have ended before, we would have been talking about this when we stopped. That's how it always works. Yeah. Mm. But overall, I keep bringing the topic back up because I keep thinking about it. I just want to do some different stuff on, like on streamer recording, and I do want to try to edit more. And I would actually like to do edits for other people, but you know, I'm not exactly that big on it. I've actually had an editing offer recently, and I talked about it in SFC, but it's just like I would never do it. I mean, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to say who it is because that's, you know, that's basically like a personal thing, like a private conversation between us two. So I'm not going to mention who said it to me, but I'm just going to say that of what they offered. They basically offered to say that they would pay me $40 per video. Good price. That is a good thing to actually go for. But it was top 10 videos. And I was like, I don't really want to do top 10 videos and become that. That is kind of like a low rated thing for me. It's like, it doesn't sound very fun, but if it was going to be something like gaming wise, and if it was just going to be like a weekly thing or something, or maybe a couple of them per week or something, like, that probably wouldn't be too bad. Just turning into like a segment on the channel and do whatever else I want for everything else. Sure, I guess. But then they're like, oh, we want the subjects to be like, oh, top 10 best actors in the last year, top 20 mentions, all these cool watches. I'm like, these are awful topics. I haven't even responded to the guy to say no, but I'm like, I don't want to do this because it's like the price point's great, but the content's not. And I will not do content that I don't want to do, no matter what price you offer me. You could offer me $200 on the spot to do one of those bad videos. I just wouldn't do it because it's something I don't want. I mean, it's just really it's something that I'd be interested in. If it was gaming, if it was music related, technology related in a sense, like actual deep technology or something, in a way I kind of go for that because that's some interesting stuff to me. But you go into like freaking all this other crap like actors and mansions and all this boring crap, travel and other, or not travel, travel's cool, but other stuff. It's just like, no. You're like turning me into one of those stupid top 10 like politics channels, like not Watch Mojo because they kind of stick to the media platform in a way, so it's not too bad. But it's similar to that, but terrible. It's just, or worse, I should say. But it's just no, I don't know. Not great. I wouldn't want to. So, no to that guy. Sorry, but you make a good offer, you make a good bargain, but just it's not my thing. So I can't do it. But and also the thing is, they were only going to give me the scenario. That was the thing. They're like, they'd give me the scenario saying, hey, top, say again, like top 10 mentions. They would give me that. I have to come up with everything. I have to do the research. I have to get the footage. I have to do the narration and the editing. I just have to do everything myself. They just give me an idea, and I have to do everything else on my own. And I get $40. That alone does not sound very good. I'd boost up the price a little bit on that one, but also it's just no, it's too much. I mean, it's for my own stuff. Like I said, I mentioned I wanted to do scripted videos. Yeah, sure, I'd have to do research and all that, but that's for my own content that I want to do. That makes sense. But do it for somebody else on something I don't even like. Why would I do it? Why do I want to research about stupid mentions? I think mentions are stupid anyway. Well, I'm saying when it comes to mention, why would you want one? I mean, the only reason why someone gets a mention is just to be flashy. Nothing else. And it's stupid because honestly, you could be on one side of the mansion, they could be a killer on the other side. You would never know. They could be pumping freaking poisonous gas into your vents, into your ventilation system. You don't know. They're on the opposite side of that mansion. You don't know what the hell's going on over there because it's a gigantic freaking mansion with 100 rooms. What are you going to do? You don't know what's going on because you probably don't go over there. Build a fence, yeah, that works. Even if you have like an extreme security system, you're gonna walk all the way over there. You're gonna run all the way over there and get your gun. Yeah, sure. Let's go all the way over there where they probably already jumped out the window or escaped by now because they realized they've been caught. Saw the camera. Oh, I'm out. What are you gonna do? Sure, you could probably call the police on the guy, but still, it's the point. You could easily be sneaked up on in a mansion. Same with a house, but at least you got closer corners, so you at least know when something's happening. Somebody could break a dish like on the opposite side of your mansion. You don't know it. In your house, you're likely gonna hear it. But yeah, boring combo. I know. On a real tangent ramble tangent, ramble tangents. I'm just saying, it really annoys me when some people are like, I wish I had a mansion, or like, I want a mansion. Like, you don't. You really don't. So many problems. In a way, a big house wouldn't be too bad. I mean, kind of, but not too bad. it has a lot of problems. I mean, if you're gonna be the only one living there, also, why? You are alone in a gigantic freaking house, and also, that's gonna be a really tough house to take care of. Charging, not really. I guess, but most of the time they rent one. But unless you mean like a YouTuber house, when it comes like a YouTuber house, it could be like a bunch of them at one place. That kind of makes sense because you have a bunch of stuff to go for. Well, like a bigger house if you're gonna have like a group deal house there. Which, by the way, that is Australia. They have actually bad internet, by the way. They have some terrible internet. Somewhere in Europe where it has gigabit and go nuts. Yeah, as gigabit both down and up, which is a thing. I've heard London's horrible. Yeah, I have heard London is horrible from True himself. So no thanks to that one. Depends on which side of Ireland we'd be going to, because one sucks apparently. You know, I don't know, but mm, I mean, I don't know, but regardless, there's not really much else to talk about. But to finish that thought, yeah, in a way, I kind of would like the idea of that, just like a YouTuber house or like a house with like a bunch of friends or something. Be kind of nice because in a way, it's not so much like obviously sharing the bill or anything. I mean, that's cool too. So at least we know we can afford it. But it's just like I don't know, it'd just be kind of cool just to like have that instead of having to be just like sitting there, being bored all the time. Yeah, do actual skits and crap, but like in the same area. We actually have multi single player in the same room. I give him the keyboard and I take the mouse, and then it's like, okay, now we switch keyboard and mouse over. Be a little bit. Well, we can always plug in two, so we have like two mice and two keyboards, and we just like switch between us. But in an actual room, yeah, we can actually dedicate a room to it or something, or like a setup, and it'd be like an actual deal. Yeah, yeah, we're basically just the night owls. I mean, he's more so because it's very late for him, or in this case, early now. But yeah, it's 4:41 a.m. for me. So yeah, I mean, I could. I mean, the thing is, like here lately, it's getting to where I can kind of do that, to where I can actually do the day stuff. But I mean, it kind of depends now because there might be times where I won't even be in my house because I'll have to go somewhere. So sometimes it might be different, but here in a few there'll be days where I'll actually be here and I'll actually be able to because community already knows I don't have a door. I need silence. So either everyone in the house needs to be gone or everyone needs to be asleep. So I know who it is. I think I do. I'm saying I think I do because I always see the name. Is the one that's always in yours? Yeah, because I see the name all the time. I mean, I can understand why. In reality, though, I can kind of really understand that because another way could actually be because the more northern you get, it's kind of like you have to deal with more of like the polarity and everything of the actual deal, and that kind of sucks when it comes to weight. I was saying polarity of like the actual Earth, and then have to deal with like the waves of internet. They don't really mix very well with each other. If you have strong waves and or strong polarity and the waves, don't really get very good. So it's gonna get pretty slow internet. So it also works if you're in the middle of nowhere, which randomly that just could be no really good internet because no one wants to put good internet out there. Say for example, places in Afghanistan. I've heard in Kabul, or however you pronounce that one, you only get like 3 megabyte or megabit down. That's the highest you'll get. That's like the top rated plan in like Kabul, Afghanistan, or however you pronounce that. If I'm saying it wrong, sorry. I don't know, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not very good. In a way, a lot of ways, the internet kind of has screwed us over, but another good way, other ways, it's made it better. I mean, I know why. We're tired and we're just throwing shit out there. I mean, in reality, we should probably, we do that a lot. But in reality, we should probably, yeah. Plus, honestly, yeah. Plus, here lately, I've been really trying to go to sleep around 4 instead of 5. Like, I kind of prefer to go around 4, and we're kind of an hour over that. Yeah, a little bit. It's very close to 5. So I just prefer to go to sleep at 4 now. I would go to sleep earlier than that, but I'm not able to. Yeah, I'm not able to. I'm not able to go to sleep any earlier than 4. I try to, and it's hard. I just really need to tire myself out, and 4 usually does it. But yeah, mm, yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you use Mixer a lot for some reason, then go ahead and follow there. But you don't need to, because I do it on all three, and there's not really gonna be anything exclusive over on Mixer. I was going to do stuff like that, but I don't really get much of a viewer base in the first place. So I don't really need to do that. I don't see the point in it. So I say yet, but I don't really think that I'm gonna get anything bigger. So when it comes down to it, I don't see the point in doing that over there anymore. I'd plug my Discord, but you know what? Just go hunt for it. It's either my bio and my YouTube channel art places. Oh, I like it. That's the thing though. If you actually do join my Discord, it's gonna be a little bit quiet, but you can get. Never saw. Oh yeah, I did. Huh? Yes. I don't. Yeah, I don't know who it is. They literally just have a penguin emoji as their name. That's that's odd. I don't know. It's just very weird. No, they haven't. So they haven't talked yet. But regardless, yeah, I mean, you can maybe join that. That's great. Uh, oh, we're literally. I mean, hey, we're getting around, Dennis. Don't go on. We do have a Twitter, but I mean, hey, you can follow me if you want to. I mean, I talk all the time. I still do talk quite a bit, but I do retweet a lot of giveaways and crap. So if that's not your style, I mean, you can still follow me. Just don't, don't turn on, don't turn on my notifications. It's not a good idea. No, you can still try to. Well, okay. I mean, you can follow, and if I like whatever content you got, I'll follow back. But it's just the point that I only tag him mainly because he's just somebody random way to tag. I don't tag anybody else. Hey, sometimes I tag things you could use, like GPUs or Switch or whatever. I'm like, hey, these are giveaways for that. I'll do that. You can use it. I think we're good to go. Yeah, Mountain Dew sponsor. Anybody else who wants to sponsor with physical products? Help out. I would prefer. I mean, it could be colored, but just don't do a white shirt. I don't really mind. Me, I could care less. Just don't make it like pure white because it's like I don't really like that. It doesn't really. I mean, me, it just doesn't really suit me. Also, not really a pink shirt. Not really a big fan of that. Everything else is fine though. Go for it. Except for orange. Don't do that either. No. No white. No pink. No orange. Everything else is on the market. Depends on the style of the penguin. No, it is. Depends on the penguin. Depends on the penguin. No, I'm saying it depends on the penguin because if it's a good looking shirt, then sure, why not? At the very least, I could wear it just to wear it because it's a shirt. But I'm saying stream wise, I mean, you may catch me wearing it on a stream, but I'm not gonna wear it because you sent it on stream. I would probably just wear it because it's a shirt. Anyway, I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to anytime soon, but maybe here later. But anyway, that's gonna be the end. We've rambled. I'm tired. I'm sure he's tired. Cool. Thank you all for coming to watch. Thank you for that follow on my side, and Lisa. I think that's all that's followed me. Yeah. Thank you for the potato, and see you all later.